Hello everyone, Editor Wrath here. I just wanted to let you guys know that my mic was acting up a little bit, so it's not going to be the best quality from me per se, but either way, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this, and welcome to the Weebly Comic Podcast. God damn it. A podcast where shut the fuck up. A podcast where God. A podcast. Shut up. All right. Take 6. A podcast where every week we talk about anime, manga, comic book, movies, and the latest entertainment news. I'm Diego, also known as Wrath. And as always, I'm joined by these two clowns, Brennan.
Who's a clown? You a clown.
And Star Psycho, aka Adrian.
Hello.
And this week, we're actually joined by our very special guest on the second episode of the podcast. I don't know. Javen Avocado, a.k.a. Jay. Or Jay Avocado, a.k.a. Jay. My bad.
Hello.
And this week, we have a little bit of anime news that we're going to be covering. And we will also be talking about the newest episodes of Demon Slayer and Hawkeye, as always. And we also have the SAO progressive movie review that we will be talking about in, somewhere. But Timecodes are in the description as always, as well as the links to the socials for the podcast, my YouTube channels, Adrian's Twitch, Brennan's Instagram, and also Jay's YouTube channel. But anyways, let's just jump straight into it. And I'm so glad none of you spoke because that was such a terrible time doing that intro.
It sounds like you're struggling.
Dude, none of that's making it into the podcast, but just know I did 8 takes just to get through it. So the first thing that we have is we're just gonna talk about Chainsaw Man Part 2 being confirmed. That's beautiful news if you're a Chainsaw Man fan.
Okay, I've read. Let me get my comfortable Chainsaw Man hat real quick. Anywho, I read Chainsaw Man and it's an amazing story. You should read it if you want to watch the anime. Wait till the anime comes out. I forgot when the anime is gonna come out.
It's the season after next. I think it's the first season of 2022.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully we see the PV in the what is it called again? The shit that comes out in December. That's coming out with Bleach too.
Jump Fiesta?
Yeah, Jump Fiesta. Once Jump Fiesta comes out, hopefully we see more from their panel. But part 2 of Chainsaw Man was always gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. I don't think we still got the when. It's just mostly the author put out a picture of or at least a drawing of 2 characters that will be in part 2. And another character that I cannot recognize because one is the back of their head and it looks like it's possibly a new character, if anything. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see how the new character is going to adapt to his new environment because not only is... I feel like the best way to describe his predicament for part 2, because I would say it's mostly like Spider-Man 2 from the Sam Raimi movies and how he has to juggle between responsibility of Chainsaw Man and other responsibilities of his real life. That's the best way I can describe what part 2 might do.
Interesting. So it's kind of like
we watched the Spider-Man movie once.
Hey, bro. Sam Raimi movies are Spider-Man ass, 2. But
hold on. I can't say anything for 3. I can't say anything about 3, but 1 or 2 are goated. I don't care. Even though the memes literally take over, and I kind of can't take some of the movies or some of the moments in the movie serious because of the fucking memes that came from this shit. I still think it's a beautiful movie that aged well, or both of those movies, 1 and 2, have aged well. I haven't seen 3 yet because I'm doing a rewatch of all Spider-Man films. I hope 3 is not gonna be as bad as everyone says it is, but
have you never seen the third one?
No, I've seen the third one, and my memory of it was always, it was a good movie. Because my simple-minded brain, when I was an 8-year-old kid, was like, yes, action, love it. Tobey Maguire, he's dancing, he being Bully Maguire. Oh my god! Right. I didn't have a a cringe factor when I was little. So anything that entertained me was like, oh, Goten, I love it. More, please. So
Nah, it was.
I want to see if I can see the problems this movie have as an adult because I haven't seen it since I was 8 years old.
Yeah, it's ass. That's all I got.
Listen,
It's ass.
listen. I'll put that to the test. All I gotta say is Green Goblin and Doc Ock are goaded.
No. All right. Well, Javen, you said that you had news, so
Yeah, okay. So, a little anime. He got a confirmation on Sunday for a 4th season. Anime is called Golden Kamuy.
yo,
Golden
sir.
Are you
Kamuy got a
serious?
4th
Yeah, Golden
season?
Kamuy confirmed 4th season.
hell yeah.
Why
Came
can I
out-
not think of that?
It came out with a teaser image and a little mini video for the announcement.
That's insane.
But there's no other news right now other than that. But it's coming.
Dude, that's hype as hell. That is so hype.
I want to look this up now. Hold on, because I didn't really. Okay, I
Give you-
see.
I
I
give
see
you
the
boys the
promotional.
link.
I see the promotion from it.
Dude. Golden
It
Kamuy
looks
is
so
good.
clean.
Golden Kamuy is so good.
Yes, if none of y'all have seen Golden Kamuy or Golden Kamuy, however y'all want to pronounce it, I really do recommend this anime. It is a really good series, and
It's funny as hell. It's really really good characters all around. It's great.
very
Very slept on.
And
yes.
dude, here's Jay over here with the second most important news this week. Just
Yeah, that series has been going on since like 2015, I think, too, or 2017, one of those two.
I was gonna say 2015. It's on some fucking Attack on Titan vibes.
No, Attack on Titan came out like 2013 or 2000. Yeah, 2013 is like a safe bet. Maybe 2012.
It's insanity. All right. Well, do you have any extra? Brennan, you haven't said shit so far. Have you even seen Golden Kamuy?
No, I heard it's trash.
Bruh.
It's really good. It actually started in 2018.
2018. Damn,
Wait, are you being
Wow.
serious? Or were you
Yeah.
just
No, I'm not being serious.
bruh?
You goof.
This man is just
Goof. What do I look like?
you look
What do
like
I
a
look
clown.
like to you?
You look like a clown.
All right, well then you should have known I wasn't being serious, you idiot. See, backfired on you, didn't
Shut the
it?
fuck
Who
up,
looks like a clown now, huh? You do.
bruh. All right, we're moving on.
Goofy.
Fuck this dude. All right, well, so we got a new Jujutsu Kaisen movie poster thing. Do you have anything? Do any of you have any comments?
I haven't even seen it.
It's literally just
It's a free
Yuta,
iPhone.
Gojo, and Geto, and that's it.
Yeah, I did see that. I
Wait,
mean,
which one was it?
It's of Yuta, Gojo, and Geto all looking like intense.
Oh, so I know why, because they're all considered special grades.
Yeah,
That's why they're all in there together. It's not just because antagonist, the strongest, and then main character. It's literally just their special grades.
interesting.
So like they're literally the strongest sorcerers in the verse.
Interesting. Okay. I just thought it was like some intense looking promo for the movie.
It is that too, but the reason why it's three of them, there are four, and we technically have seen the fourth one, but I'll let y'all just actually in the anime we've seen it. It's in the Toto's flashbacks. That's what y'all I'm gonna say. We don't know much about that character because she hasn't done yet. Even in the story she's in, she's only like done very little. But she's not really important in this movie. So
Okay.
yeah, those are just the special grades that are just gonna be prevalent in the story. Just 3 out of the 4 of them.
Okay. All right. Well, anybody have anything else to add?
yeah, I'm gonna need them to release when it's coming out in the US.
Yes, sir.
For real.
I agree because I'm about to fly my ass to Japan.
Doesn't it come
Book
out
a
like next
movie.
week in Japan?
No, 2 weeks from
24th.
now.
Oh, the 24th. Damn.
Yeah, the 13th there's gonna be like a little manga
Uh-huh.
or a little one shot actually.
I can't wait to read
On
that.
Yeah, I want to read it. It comes out on the 13th, and it's only gonna be 9 pages, but it's the same thing My Hero does. Like
Yeah.
they put like a little promotion thing for the movie.
I see.
I don't know what it's gonna entail, because I'm not sure if it's gonna have Yuta before the events of Volume Zero. It might,
I'm sure it might
or
focus on like
after.
Ghetto or something.
And I don't know about Geto.
I don't know.
Isn't
I
it supposed to be about Yuta again?
I have no idea. I just feel
Yeah,
like
it
what
is.
is there to talk about Yuta? Because like
It can
Well,
talk
the thing
about
is,
things he does between uh
stuff
this
and
movie, Volume Zero, and then where he meets up with in the manga, like covering what he's working on between that time span.
I see
it can do that. The training he does after
stuff
Volume
happens.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or again, like I said, events before Volume Zero. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna cover Volume Zero is going to cover just a little bit before he uh joins Jujutsu High. So I don't think it's gonna really focus on it. If it does, I'm not gonna get mad at that. That's just something like a possibility is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So I didn't want to talk about this, but these other three clowns wanted to. So apparently there's some Netflix anime film that's got a bunch of shit. Somebody else take this from me because I'm butchering it.
I got you. Okay, so this movie is called Bubble, coming out for spring 2022. The only reason, normally I wouldn't really care about a random anime movie, but we got the director of the first few seasons of Attack on Titan. We got the scriptwriter of Psychopaths and Fate. We got the character designer of Death Note, and the studio is Wit Studios. So,
Interesting. That actually sounds
I
stacked.
kind of
I
gotta
didn't know
watch
it was a
it.
movie. I thought it was like a legit show. But
Yeah, if it
if
was a
it's a
show, I'd be
movie,
more hyped. But even though it's a movie, it's just stacked with talent, dude.
it
Like,
really is. They have the anime Avengers right now, just
bro, they should have
assembled.
made an anime, bro, instead of an anime movie. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
also like a parkour based movie, which I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I think parkour is dope. So it seems very interesting. But it's like it's not just parkour. It's not just people running around jumping over and under and stuff like that. There's like more to it.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
there's
I read the
the
synopsis.
gravity
And,
thing.
yeah, I was gonna say, and there's like bubbles that fuck with the gravity or something.
I said, in my opinion, it sounds kind of cool.
You try it again.
No, fuck it. Just move on.
All right. I don't know. I'm not like the biggest parkour person, but I'll still check it out just because like I didn't even think that I was like a music anime person, but Tactop Destiny is kicking ass. So
Yeah, not only that, but this anime it has
Wit will get me to watch anything is
amazing
what I've discovered.
and the animation in this is amazing, like
I mean, just
top
from this
tier.
picture that I'm looking at alone, it looks really good.
You should watch the trailer because the
Oh,
trailer,
there's a
like,
trailer?
yeah, there's a whole trailer for it, and
Mm.
I don't remember specifically what the trailer says because it's like the bubbles like have like a massive event that happens around the world, and it just fucks everything up. And I don't know if they're trying to fix something or is it something that they just gonna live with.
Mm.
That's just how the setting is. So, damn, I really forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck it. Animation is cool. This seems to hype. Usually, I'm not into something that's just cool animation because you can have cool animation, but if the story is shit, I ain't gonna really care.
Yeah.
AKA God of High School. Sorry.
For real.
Um, yeah. So like every time there's good animation, I'm like, that's cool and all, but is the story good?
Yeah.
Hopefully the story is good. It seems interesting enough, so hopefully I'm not wasting my time watching this movie.
I hope not.
Anyone else got something to say about this movie?
Well, I'm the least interested in this, so
Jay, Brendan,
Not
you want
much
to say
to
your
say
part?
about it.
Yeah.
You get a trailer and then you say, "Yeah, cool. I'm excited." Like, I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know anything about. I don't think there's even a manga for it, so it's hard to like really base it off of anything.
yeah. Because like you said,
Yeah.
there's no manga for it, so like it's really just off the strength of the people attached to this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that. It has too many good people for it to like have a stupid story. So
Yeah. All
But
right.
then
Let's
again,
just.
I'm not a big Death Note person, so who knows?
It's only the character design from Death Note. I wouldn't.
I mean, also the director, but he also directed Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
We shall see.
we
I mean, it's a
shall.
Yeah.
movie. The most that's gonna happen is you waste like an hour and a half of your life. That's not that bad.
True.
That is
Now, if
true.
it was a season and it was all trash, then I'd be kind of mad. Seven Deadly Sins.
All right.
We're
Well,
just taking shots
Wait,
at
wait, wait.
other animes.
Before we continue, I just want to say, Brennan, on top of that, he directed Death Note and Attack on Titan, but he also directed Sword Art Online.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm kind of surprised.
what did he direct of Sword Online? Because there's levels.
Season 1, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Which was my favorite season. So wait a second, it's all coming together.
listen, we
Don't
just know we
even
got the whole
don't get me
Justice League of
started on
anime in
Sword
this.
Art Online, bro.
We're not talking about the movie yet, so slow the rolls.
I wasn't talking about the movie either.
Oh, okay.
I was
I'm
talking about it in
just
general.
making
Don't
sure.
get me started on Sword Art.
All right, so that's pretty much all that I have for news. Unless you guys have anything else that you want to bring up.
No.
I don't think there is. I don't. Anime's been kind of slow. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
this
there's
week.
much else.
Oh, I did see a post, and I'm not gonna add this to the Jujutsu Kaisen part, but apparently that one shot is focusing on Yuta, so I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
You're
shouldn't be
always wrong.
going
I'm
to
not
get to.
surprised.
A man can dream, okay? Anyways, so since we don't have anything else in terms of like news or anything, let's just jump right into Demon Slayer episode 8, which was, if I can say so myself, a fucking banger.
A masterpiece.
I am
Love
kind of
to see
mad
it.
that it wasn't like actually an hour long, but like I understand with like commercials and shit it probably was an hour long for like the people who watch it on like in
National
Japan on those
television.
on the television and shit.
I mean, they covered literally like if they would have covered anything else, then like I specifically remember like all those panels in the manga. If they would have moved forward anymore, they would have left off at like such a bad stopping point. So realistically, what they animated was the perfect time to
Okay,
cut the
yeah,
thing.
cuz I was going to ask you cuz I remember last week you said that like there's specific things that you think they're going to include, and I'm assuming they hit all of that for you.
Um, yeah, they I don't I feel like the dad part I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've read it, but it feels like they added in a little more to like the him going and confronting the dad. It seemed like they added in more. Like I don't remember him blatantly telling Tanjiro about sun breathing, but I could be wrong. I don't remember it, or I feel like it was like way later that he mentioned it. But again, it's been too long because that was
I
literally like
think
when I read it. It was the first thing that I read. So
I think he does mention it, but like in the anime, it's very brief. So like it's kind of easy to not remember something that he like.
yeah,
It's not very like.
Yeah, cuz they kind
I
of
mean,
like
it's big
throw it
news,
in
but
your
like there's
face and then move on from it immediately.
yeah, it's kind of like oh they say it so quickly and it's not brought up really again like after, or he doesn't even
yeah.
mention it again because he's just
There's a reason they do that, but I will say like Diego, I wish you would read it because like I know your ploy is like I don't want to read it because then I'm not as excited for the anime or I don't want to watch the anime. But like Demon Slayer specifically, I think they do a really good job of just like really capturing the emotion and like putting it onto the anime so well that like it doesn't really matter if you've seen it or not.
Like I said,
You're
man,
still just as happy.
the
Like it's so
the
like
volume
I could
zero
understand for
the
some,
volume zero
but
movie is my test for that because the reason why I don't want to, for everybody who doesn't know, which is literally everyone listening, is the only reason that I don't want to read the manga is because I'm worried that if I read the manga I'm not going to want to watch the anime, because every manga that I read currently I have no desire to watch the anime. And even with Tokyo's Revengers, because I started reading it in the middle of the season and I didn't watch any of it except for the final fight versus Valhalla, and that was literally it. And the last episode when it came out. But that was more because I was just watching it with my girlfriend, not me actually wanting to watch the final episode. So like, and I don't want to, not watch Jujutsu Kaisen because I really enjoy watching Jujutsu Kaisen. And I don't want to not watch Demon Slayer because the animation's gorgeous. So I'm using the Volume 0 movie as like a test to see if maybe it's just because I lose interest in the anime and not just watching the story unfold kind of thing. But
Well, you also have to think though, when you read Tokyo Revengers, you read it in the middle of while you already had started watching the season. Most manga readers will have already read the manga way before way before they end up watching it when the anime comes out. So like for Brennan, he read this like ages ago and now he's finally watching it. And I
yeah,
mean, I think that could have also played into it. Like you're like, okay, I just read this. Why do I need to watch it
I
now?
don't know because like at the same time it was kind of like yeah, it was kind of that, but at the same time I'm like the animation for Tokyo Revengers is not the greatest, let's be honest. So I didn't feel like I
Yeah.
was missing anything. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
like I
there's
said,
not much to do with the fights in there. You're not watching it for the fights. So
Yeah.
I guess I could see what you're saying.
like I said,
But
like my
I
point of
could
that
be
was
wrong because
also
I still watch One Piece, so I don't know.
again, my point of that wasn't as much of like you getting where like I will see how Tokyo Revengers does like manga compared to anime like when they come out with season 2.
Yeah,
Hopefully they upgrade the animation a little more. I'm assuming they
I'm
will
sure
because
they
I
will,
bet their
given
budget
how
is probably
fucking
skyrocketing right now.
yeah,
Yes.
But like Demon Slayer, I don't know, Adrian can probably attest to this. Like they do a fantastic job of like capturing everything and like
Mm-hmm.
again their animation is of course beautiful, but like even just the way the voice actors like do everything, say everything, bro, the when
Demon Slayer is
Zenitsu and
literally yeah.
Inosuke pulled up on the sound Hashira, I was like, bruh, this is cold, like period. And like again, me and Adrian have read the manga. I know we're a little more like okay with reading the manga and then also watching the anime, but like I don't know, just it could be like Javen was saying, how like I read it a while ago, so it's like I'm still hype about it, but I feel like even if I would have just read it, I would have been hyped to watch it because it's just they do a great job of taking the manga, really putting it on your TV screen, but also like still capturing that emotion and making you like excited and happy to see these characters and stuff like that. Like I remember like dude, literally the scene where Akaza is like punching the sword, like breaking the sword
yeah,
because he's mad. That's the scene I was talking about last week. I was so excited and I was so happy with watching that scene of him just punching the sword over and over again because he was
Mm-hmm.
so mad that Tanjiro like essentially like I'm sure you understood what Muzan was saying, but like he essentially sent Akaza there to kill Tanjiro specifically.
yeah,
And he obviously failed that mission. And not only did he fail that mission, but Tanjiro literally disrespected him, wasn't a Hashira, and he got a sword stabbed through him by someone who's not a Hashira, like Muzan said. And then, like, just seeing that, like, almost psychotic anger in his eyes and, like, hearing him, like, I swear to God, next time I see you, I'm going to kill you. Like, dude, it was so nice to see. Even though I had already read it and I knew it was coming, I was so excited to see it put on the screen. I think, for you, like you said with Tokyo Revengers, it's, the animation quality isn't the best. It's not like terrible, but it's
mm-hmm.
not the best. And it is a more story driven thing. So I think for you, like Javen said, it did play a part. And like at that point, you're like, okay, I've read it. And it's like, it's not like I'm going to experience anything different through watching it in anime because it's not like top notch animation. But Demon Slayer is just on another level. It's
Yeah.
just like, and I'm assuming Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be the same way, bro. When Shibuya arc gets animated, it's gonna break the internet, bro. Like it goes crazy.
I'm pretty sure this movie is gonna break the internet. So like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, in my personal opinion, are the best recent anime adaptations ever, or like in recent times. So like I read both of those series and it literally just brings me joy watching them after reading them. Because I read a little bit of Jujutsu before this series ended, so I know how like half uh the Kyoto School arc was gonna end or how it was gonna go, and literally watching that being animated was literally just the best thing to watch. And now watching Demon Slayer be brought to life and being drawn the way or being animated in the way that the author would probably want it to be animated, it's so gorgeous, and it literally just makes it 10 times better how the voice actor literally just has it, like how they do it. So
Yeah, I don't know, cause like I said, all of the manga that I read currently, I have no desire to watch the anime. So like, I don't know, cause
Could
like
that be because you don't necessarily like the story as much, or like
no, cause like I
you don't care
love
about the
Bleach
story
and I
as much?
love One Punch Man, but I have no desire to watch either of those animes.
Okay, but One Punch Man's anime adaptation isn't very good anymore. At
Yeah,
least visually.
well, I mean, Bleach isn't all that much either, but like, I don't know.
Bleach has his moments when they pop off in anime. It's like I'm not gonna say like One Piece because I mean I will say One Piece
Like
like
One
maybe
Piece, I'll
later.
skip an odd episode, but that's more because I'm just like, I know what's gonna happen in this episode, and not much happens since I just read those chapters, especially considering how close they are to one another now. But
Mhm.
like,
So like
for certain fights that I'm not gonna mention because that's spoilers. Like I want to see those, but just those episodes. So like,
mhm.
and that's even with One Piece, my favorite like anime slash manga ever. So like, I don't know. That's why I'm like conflicted about reading Jujutsu Kaisen, reading more of Chainsaw Man. Because yes, I want to watch Chainsaw Man, but that's just because again, I want to see specific scenes actually animated.
Yeah, I mean I guess it just depends on the animators or anime studio
Yeah, like
that has the rights
seeing,
for it.
yeah, and like the animation quality gives me more incentive, but I'd rather just sit through all of it and watch all of it than be like, yeah, I can skip this episode because not much happens.
Oh, bro, you trust me, you won't have that problem with Demon Slayer, bro. From here on out,
Yeah, for
Chainsaw
Demon Slayer,
Man.
it's not like it's gonna have the problem with Jujutsu Kaisen or, I mean, with One Piece, or if like One Piece will like have the drawn out episodes. No, they're not gonna draw out episodes. It's very rare. I don't think they're gonna do it for a second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Just definitely not gonna happen for Demon Slayer because their pacing's not really bad compared to the manga. It's actually like on par.
And Demon
So
Slayer be speed running.
Dude,
it do it
Demon
do.
Slayer on another level of speedrunning, boy. But anyways, we getting off topic. We talking about the episode. So the beginning of the episode starts off with, of course, Tanjiro going and trying to fulfill the promise he made to Rengoku. You know, it was enough to make a grown man cry, Diego. Be honest. You tear up.
um, honestly, not really. Like
Mm,
I was still upset, but that's just because like that's not gonna not make me upset. But no
mm-hmm.
tears were shed. This was like the fourth time that I've seen this happen, and
Shit, I'm numb to it now. I'm
yeah,
numb
I'm
to the
numb to
pain.
it now. So,
How do you feel about his dad?
dude, I was like, fuck this dude. And then once his little brother was just like, take care of yourself, father, is the last thing that he wanted to say to you. And then his dad like breaking down and crying. I'm like, still fuck this guy, but at least he actually does care, but he's just, putting up that wall. But yeah, that's
How did you feel about the little information that got dropped on you about the sun breathing?
um that was actually like that was crazy. The first breathing technique, that was my jaw dropped. Like you can ask Ness. My jaw legit dropped. I was like, "What?" But yeah.
Is there any assumptions or anything you're making about that or anything like that? Is there like
I want to know, I want to get more information before I like do anything with that. But how about you, Jay? How do you feel about that stuff?
About sun breathing?
Yeah.
everything I just went over with Diego? Like if you have any other extras to throw in.
Okay, yeah. I didn't tear up a little bit until the dad started crying. Just I feel his pain, bro. We just
They hit
me
different.
and him both crying over Rengoku. That's all I have to say. And then as for the sun breathing, I like it. I like it because I feel like we're finally getting more information about his dad. Like we're scratching the tip of the iceberg. I'm excited to keep learning about it. I want to see him do different forms of sun breathing. I want to see where it goes.
Oh, that is one thing that I actually wanted to say. I don't know whether his dad was hiding that part of his family or what, because you know how he said, "Oh, well, we've been charcoal makers for generations or whatever." I was like, either your dad's lying to you and just wanted to protect you from that shit, or something's going on. But I honestly don't believe for a second that his family is like just charcoal makers and that's it.
All right, Jay, continue.
Honestly, I have no theories, but I do feel like there's going to be a trend, and I hope I'm wrong. But I just feel like there's gonna be a trend of Hashira's dying, bruh. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like Rengoku is gonna be the first of a few. That's all I have to say on that.
So we gonna move on.
No, wait.
Interesting.
I do have other
Uh,
things I want to say about the episode,
oh,
though.
okay, yeah. Well, no, I was saying we're gonna move on from the topic. I was.
Yeah, you were talking about how you wanted to see that punching or breaking the sword scene. I like that scene a lot too, actually. I did not like Muzan in this episode. All right, literally, he's so predictable, like a twirly mustache villain. Like, you didn't do good enough. I'm gonna be cruel to my underlings. Like, come on, bro. He's the first one to beat a Hashira in probably like years, bro. Come on, like how you gonna treat him like this? He's literally your best soldier right now, who's producing results. And then he sends him off pissed. But then, like, I understand. Like, I like how now the guy is angry and he wants to take it out on Tanjiro. Like, so I see, like, from a plot perspective, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But like Muzan, he kind of lame for that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the only devil's advocate I have to say for that is he specifically said, like I said, his mission wasn't necessarily to go kill the Hashira; it was to kill Tanjiro. But like in Muzan's defense, he even like keep in mind, Akaza's only Upper Moon 3.
Yeah.
So that's not his top soldier sent to kill someone who can recruit it. Because trust me, there's other people he could have sent that probably would have wiped out the entire train.
Sorry,
Now,
when I say top, I meant the only one who's producing results as of so far in
no,
Demon
yeah,
Slayer.
yeah.
That's
But
yeah,
like
I recognize he's probably not the strongest.
what I was gonna say to that is keep in mind he also said the only reason he sent Akaza is because he happened to be in the area. Like he was the closest one to it. So he was like, all right, yeah, screw it, Akaza, you go. And I wouldn't say his disappointment was like I don't want to say it,
It's
Muzan's
not completely
disappointment came
justified.
more from you didn't even complete the mission I gave you. Again, Akaza's mission wasn't to go kill a Hashira or wipe out a Hashira. It was specifically more of like go kill Tanjiro, like go kill the dude with the earrings. And then not only did he fail at that, but that same kid ended up wounding him, which or like stabbing him, which I mean, you if you watch his and Rengoku, like I mean, all of us watched Rengoku's fight with him. I'm sorry, but there's no reason for him to allow himself to get like hurt from an underling, essentially. So that's more of, and like he came back, Akaza came back more like flexing, like, oh, I killed the Hashira, like as if like his mission was a success. And Muzan's like, you missed the whole point of this. Like, you killed
And
one person out of the like 3-4 people that should be dead right now.
yeah, another point too is that Muzan literally is like, wow, you killed a Hashira, a normal person, and he literally thinks demons are far superior than any human. So he literally is like, wow, you killed an ant, in my opinion. So what the fuck does that point? What does that do to me? Y'all should be clearing like these people easily. Why are you saying that's a big achievement when my other thing was either you to get me a spider lily or to kill Tanjiro? Or both. One of those three. And you can
But
do
see,
any
bro,
of those.
nah. See, bro, this is why I don't like Muzan, bro. Because let's be honest, demons hardly ever produce results in this show, bro. They all get folded eventually. Muzan wants something done, he can go do it himself. He just takes it out on all these demons who are obviously far weaker than him. Just go do it yourself. Gosh dang.
It is
That's all
true.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I still get confused on why he was in when he met Tanjiro for the first time and he just has a daughter and literally just doesn't do anything because it's not like he has any attachment to that family at all. Like he literally just switches family to other families for no reason, or at least I can see that. So
I think that family's
in my
probably
opinion,
that he was with probably dead now.
yeah. So like in my opinion, it's kind of like, well, he literally just could have caused havoc in that area, and no one would have been able to stop them. Not Tanjiro, not the demons that were there that are good. They couldn't do shit. They're not on his level. That's just my point of view. I don't know about how y'all feel about that.
I mean, I feel like he more wants to spread like demons, like to where almost essentially like the demons kind of take over the world. And I don't think he necessarily, or I think he wants to just be able to. I think I don't know if what I can say is spoiler or not, so I'm gonna actually move past that. But I don't know. I don't think his main goal is as much of like wipe out the Demon Slayer corpse. Like I think it's
Well,
more like
no, it's
he
not
has
that.
his
As
sights
like,
focused on other things, which means he also doesn't want to bring attention to himself. Because if he would have caused havoc like that, like word would have got out and like everyone would have been worrying to where like he can literally trick any human now. But if he were to like cause a huge outbreak, like people are going to be wary. They're not going to just accept random people, or they're not going to go and adopt a random child, who has a skin condition that can't go out in the sun. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that's not going to be a thing that he can do, which means he's going to be more limited. And in my opinion, Muzan definitely seems like the person who like. I mean, he's reading books and they say how smart he is. Like he just wants to go and like get knowledge and be able to move around and probably like research the things he wants to research and be very discreet about everything he's doing. So, that's the only reason I think he doesn't necessarily, do the things. I mean, let's be honest, what boss, like enemy boss, does go out and do things themselves? No
No.
one. They always have their underlings doing like the like quote unquote hard work. But Diego, you have any feelings about any of this?
Um, sorry, I was posting a TikTok. Um, I honestly, I think that family's dumb as shit, but I really have like no comments on anything else, cause like I don't know. I kind of I think Muzan is smart, but at the same time, I don't know, man.
I did want to mention the sword scene. I want to hop back on that when Akaza's literally just making haymakers on that sword just because he's mad as hell. I originally took that, at least when I first read it, he one-shotted the sword and just broke it like that. I don't know. It's been like at this point 2 years since I've read the manga, so it's been a while. But it looks how we last see the sword. It looks really good in the anime. In the manga, it looks a little better, and I like how the thread in the manga is like you can see the threading of the sword. It's like broken too. It's like a nice little detail in it, but other
You
than
can
that, it's
even
still
see
pretty
like
dope.
the what's it called, like the hilt, like every intricate part of a sword. I love the attention to detail for that.
In the manga, I'm pretty sure that scene, like, it's not as drawn out. Like, I think Adrian's right. It's more of like he either snaps it or like he hits it one good time and it snaps. But I'm glad that they put like the multiple hit thing in there because it just like it showed his frustration and his like anger about the situation and how he like essentially was like completely like embarrassed by Tanjiro. Like I said, dude, this Demon Slayer, like taking those pages and putting them on screen and the emotion they draw out, like it's too good.
That's
But
kind of just one panel. He just wails on it, and then it's just over. So,
mhm.
so
Interesting.
but
yeah,
It's very interesting. But moving on from that, how did you guys like Tanjiro's little like reintroduction of him fighting the little spider demon?
Wait, what?
The
Oh,
spider
when
demon, the little
when he
like
went on
when
his
he
solo
fought in the
mission,
barn. Yeah, it wasn't a spider, but it was like a
some crawly looking
Kinda
motherfucker.
looked like
little
Oh no,
Doc
you
Ock
crab.
hold
looking
on. You
motherfucker.
skipped the most important part of the anime. When he was getting chased by the motherfucker who
Oh,
made
yeah.
him the sword.
True.
I
That shit
really
was
All I'm
so
did
gonna
not
say is he
think
deserves it.
I really did not think that they would dedicate that much time to him getting chased, especially for hours.
Dude, I forget that happens in the
That's in the
series.
That's it's literally that's in the month. This like transition thing is literally like almost page by page in the manga. Like
That's great.
this is like it's but I mean, did you honestly not see it coming? Like, let's
No,
be
I
honest.
saw it coming. I just didn't think that whole sequence would be like a 5-minute sequence. I thought it would just be
Yeah,
like him shows up, the guy fucking rips him a new one, and then he's off. But no, it was like a whole 5-minute thing just talking about how like, oh, that guy was gonna kill me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's like a Looney
yeah,
Tunes
but
episode.
Yeah, literally.
I saw a post on Twitter, and it said Akaza lucky that that dude wasn't there when he was bringing his sword. I was
Hey,
like,
you
you
would have
right.
won, Brazil.
But
That man's god tier in the verse, man.
for real.
Probably beat
He's
Muzan.
universal, bro. He's taking out Goku.
Yeah, you break one of the Nichiren swords and it's over, bro.
You say you did what? Nah, I'm going
He's the
for your
next
ass.
Shaggy meme. He's the next Shaggy meme, bro.
Dude, that'd be great if he was. But the reintroduction, I thought that was pretty interesting because I could be wrong, but it kind of seemed like he got a little bit stronger.
Oh no, he did
Okay, yeah.
for sure.
That I feel like that's what's implied, but it's hard to say just because I feel like you can't scale
It's
that
not like
demon.
in your
Like, we don't
face,
know. No,
The
it's
demon's
like
kind of
Rengoku
weak
in
too.
the first episode. It's like in the first episode when Rengoku like wipes the floor with that one demon. I feel like it's just that like, look, here's the main character. He's still saucy. Like, watch him take out this demon type of feel.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily to show like, oh, he's gotten a lot stronger or anything. More of just like the flashy reintroduction.
Pretty much, since that part of the anime is filler. We don't ever see like his missions or his solo
Mhm.
missions like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty nice to see. I don't think we ever see him use the sun breathing techniques. So that just shows the demon really wasn't all that, and he didn't really
Fodder.
have to try that hard. Yeah, pretty fodder. Obviously,
They
the
said, let
demon's
us
weak
make
as
the
hell.
main character look saucy real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, that's pretty
Jay,
much
you
the
have
point of it.
anything to say on him?
All right. I want to give some props to the slow but deserved development of Zenitsu. Finally going on solo missions, bro. He's out here. He literally confronted the Hashira, the sound Hashira, bro. He said, unhand those women. He's finally
He's become
Nah,
a Giga
I mean,
Chad, bro.
he's still pretty scared of everything, but he's getting better, and I'm proud of him.
Funny, did you see how when he's reintroduced and he's in his stance, his eyes are wide open?
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I have
his
to, I
eyes
have
are
to see
wide
that
open.
on the rewatch.
He actually has a very dead stare. I mean, of course, you see later on that he's quite literally shaking in his boots. But
Oh, dude,
Mhm.
dude, when they were saying that he was going on missions by himself, I was like, my boy finally done glowed up.
he said, "Give me a lot."
I low-key wish we saw like all
Yeah,
their solo
he's
missions, like
such a
Zenitsu and
simp, man.
Inosuke's ones.
He's
He
so
probably
Would've been
still
kinda
falls
nice.
asleep, but
So
I mean, yeah.
I think it's funny you mentioned that about Zenitsu, because if you go back and rewatch season 1, if you pay attention to when he uses Thunderclap and Flash, so the first time we know he's completely passed out, he cuts the demon's head off, his little nose booger bubble pops, and he like wakes up, right? So like we're like he's completely asleep, and then if you notice the next time he uses it, which is pretty much in the spider fight,
Yeah.
you'll notice a couple times his eyes completely open. it's just his eyes are like also completely white. So again, just kind of hinting that he's still unconscious, and because I don't know if you guys know this, but when you like go to sleep or when you close your eyes to go to sleep, like your eyes roll up.
Yeah.
So it would give off that like white eye look. But basically what I'm kind of hinting at is it seems like each time he uses it and the further he progresses, the more and more conscious he seems to become.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it's almost like its own story in itself. And we're to the point where now he's still a little cowardly, but he is definitely wanting to be more like Tanjiro and Inosuke. Speaking of Inosuke, bro, why can't my boy get love? He got angrier, didn't you hear?
Yeah. I don't know how you get angrier. Like, man's, you know how like everybody, what's it called? Got development. He got like undevelopment.
He regressed.
Yeah, he regressed, bro.
I mean, I guess he got more angrier, but he's just putting it in a better use than what he used to, other than like lashing out at dumb shit.
You right.
I guess, but I'm just like,
He's
I'm
hyping
like,
everyone
why
up
would
while they're
you get
training.
angrier? Why wouldn't you just get like saucier, bro? I don't know.
That's just how he works, bro. He was born in the wild,
True.
He's a wild
and he
boar,
was
bro.
raised by boars. Boars are naturally angry ass creatures.
Boruto.
Have you seen
what?
Trash or Toad?
Dare you? Ooh, how dare you bring up that trash thing we're talking about? Such beauty.
Shout out to like podcast episode 5.
Garbage Toad?
Listen, I'm gonna be
Question
honest,
mark?
y'all. I think by the time the series ends, Inosuke will actually be a lot of people's favorite character.
Oh, Inosuke's been my favorite out of like all of them.
He's your favorite in
I
the
think
show?
he'll have.
Yeah, he's been my favorite since like season 1.
I think he'll have
Dang.
like a lot of like people. Like he'll win over a lot of people. I think. Like if they don't like him now,
It's just
How do
like,
you not like him?
for me, dude, like Inosuke is so unique just because of like he doesn't have like a proper anything, to be honest. He doesn't have proper training, like all of that's just self-taught shit. And I think that's raw as hell.
yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought
Yeah,
about that. How like
really.
the majority of the Demon Slayer students come from like either being trained by previous Hashiras
Or
or
their
like they're from
family.
families
Yeah.
of like specific breathing types. Bro was just raised by boars and decided to become a Demon Slayer? Like what?
He was
Well,
born and raised by boars, in which he had like some random
And
demon slayer
created
fought
his
for
own
his swords
breathing
and just
style.
yes, and created his
his
own breathing style with that
his
shit.
his reason for becoming a demon slayer is just to get stronger.
Yeah.
Like that's literally his purpose is to become stronger. That's it.
He's
Um,
literally Zoro of the Demon Slayer verse.
I'll come
he's
along so that
also.
I can get stronger.
I would also like to point out. I could be wrong about this. I don't know, of course, how the things work, but he's quite literally the only person. I mean, at least new person to create a style. But like in this chapter, I think we learned previously, all of the breathing techniques derive from obviously what is it 4 or 5 specific ones. So like sun breathing and fire is a branch of sun breathing. Mist is, I don't know how, but mist is somehow branching off of air breathing or wind breathing. Sound is a branch of, I think,
Isn't it
thunder
fire?
breathing.
Oh yeah, it's thunder.
Yeah, thunder. Now, in Inosuke's, it seems like his kind of just derives from his own thing. I
It's a
mean, I
little
don't
bit
know
of
what you're
wind
supposed to.
pillar-esque. It is a
Yeah,
little bit
I
of
would say
a
that's the closest thing.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I
doesn't
would want to
insect
say
come from
wind.
wind too?
You don't know.
I don't know. I know love is like from fire.
Yeah, which makes
'Cause-
sense because the fiery
Yeah.
passion.
and also like that character that has the love is the only one who not the only one. She also created her own fighting style. So love breathing is like a own natural. That's her own like breathing style.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I mean, I would argue that technically, Inosuke's already a Hashira. He is the
Yo.
He is the Boar Hashira.
That is a bold claim.
That is a bold claim.
Nah, he's not that strong, but obviously, like, he's the only one who has it, so no one's beating him for it.
True.
But
I mean, do we say the same for Tanjiro then? The only one who has sun breathing.
That we
That's
know
not how it works. I
of.
thought to become a Hashira, you have to defeat one of the upper demons.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
upper demons because most of the upper demons mostly like clap Hashiras.
Well,
Most of them.
I thought that was how you become a Hashira.
Yeah. I thought
Maybe
that's
a
what they
lower
said.
moon. I don't know.
all I'm
No,
gonna
it was
say,
like one
like,
of the moons. Like they didn't
Yeah,
specify.
yeah.
Maybe
just
the
any
lower
of them.
moons. It's
Any
the
of the
lower
ones who are
moons.
directly under Muzan.
all
It's
I'm
mostly like a
saying
lower moon, not a higher moon. Higher moons are like
is,
clapping Hashiras most of the time.
yeah,
If
Jay,
they're
to
not by
answer
themselves.
to you, Jay, I want to say like probably upper moon like 5, no, probably like 4 and up could probably take out like multiple Hashira.
Wait a second. I just realized something then. All jokes aside, technically if to defeat someone under one of the demons under Muzan makes you a Hashira, then shouldn't all 3 of our boys be honorary Hashiras because, or at least Inosuke and Tanjiro, because they took out the train demon?
Hold on, let me actually look up
Um,
how it takes to be a Hashira because
Yo, they
I
need
think
their
they
titles
I think
ASAP.
they said like 100 demons or some shit, and at least one of the upper or
I
lower
will
moons.
say, Tanjiro would not be able to because, I mean, looking at it technically, you could say he is essentially sun breathing, but he doesn't have sun breathing mastered.
True, that's true.
So at that point, that disqualifies him. And then if you want to look at water breathing, he's not the most powerful water
Yeah,
breathing.
Giyu is.
And Giyu literally kind of wiped the floor with someone that Tanjiro was about to die to.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say if any of them are honorary Hashiras, it's literally just Inosuke.
Now wait a second. Who said you have to
technically,
be?
Zenitsu,
No, because Zenitsu didn't help at all with the killing the
he was
train.
chopping up, but again, I'm sorry, but Zenitsu's stronger than both of them.
You right, but hold on a second. Who's to say
But
that
who
you
was
only
the
need...
one up at the front of the fucking cart? It was Inosuke. Thank you.
Okay, let me speak. Thank you. What was I even saying? I don't even remember, dog. What the...
Alright, hold on. Before we get to that, to become a Hashira, a demon slayer must defeat one of the 12 demon moons while undergoing intense training, which often takes 5 years for a normal person. So that's
I'm
what it
telling you,
takes to be a
Tanjiro and
Hashira.
Inosuke should get it because they defeated the...
But
They
they haven't
defeated the
gone through
demon,
5
bro.
years of training, bro.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, they probably have to go through that training just to
That
be considered
sucks.
Hashira.
Imagine killing one of the upper or lower moons, and they're just like, "Yeah, we can't make you a Hashira because you haven't done the 5 years of training." And then they're like,
Well,
"Do the 5
again,
years of
there's
training
no
and then kill another one. It's fine."
technically Tanjiro's not in a position to be a Hashira of anything.
Well, even if
And
he was, he
Inosuke
can't until
and
Giyu either
Zenitsu,
dies or steps down.
well, that's what I'm saying. He technically can't, like, he's not master of water and he hasn't mastered sun breathing. So he is automatically like, I don't see him being able to anyways.
Yeah,
Zenitsu could because
there's no thunder
thunder,
Hashira.
there is no thunder. Inosuke created his own freaking breathing technique, so technically he has every right to too. But also technically Inosuke didn't deliver the finishing blow, so that rules him out. Zenitsu also did not deliver the finishing blow, so that rules him. So
All I'm hearing is some
sorry.
fucking horse shit.
And also, I would like to know the rules behind it, because if Rengoku wasn't there, then that fight would have gone very, very, very differently.
Well, yeah.
To be honest, all of them probably would have died had Rengoku not been there, because they wouldn't have been able to stop him
That's
from
why he's
eating
the goat,
at least half
bruh.
of the passengers.
That's
All
why.
right,
he's
Yeah,
you're
they would
right.
have had to sacrifice some people just for
And
the
the
them to
demon
get to
would have
him.
gotten stronger with every human he ate, so they would have been screwed.
All right, you're right. But here's my new question. So, who's to say that there can only be one Hashira type at a time? Like, why can't there be 2 water breathings or whatever?
Because that's the rules. There can only be one of each breathing type at a time.
For real?
Yeah,
I
they tell
think-
you that. They tell you that when they introduce all the Hashiras.
I don't remember.
Bruh.
But I think that's
They're
kind of
all the
stupid because
masters
what if...
of their respective breathing types.
What if the second best water breathing, like for example, is better than every single other Hashira besides the first water breathing? He can't be a Hashira? That sounds stupid.
He's just the
I'm just saying.
runner up, bro.
I
That's
also
all
want
I'm
to
saying.
say there also might be a rule that you have to be the like maybe not, I don't know. There could be a rule that you have to be the like underling under them training to become like Konoe. Like she's literally training under Shinobu with the like as in Shinobu's expecting like when I move on, die, or like step down, like she becomes the Hashira behind me. And Rengoku also wanted the three, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro to be all under him. I'm pretty sure basically the old Hashira whatever has to recognize you as such, or like I don't know. I don't know the whole rule set.
Yeah,
That's
because I
not
think
really the
even
point I was getting at,
Zenitsu's
but like
grandpa wanted that for Zenitsu.
that's not technically his grandpa. It's just someone called Gramps.
Oh.
That's not. Wait, what?
Well, he used to be the Thunder Hashira. That's what I meant. Is like,
Wait, that's really
Yeah.
not his grandpa?
no.
Yeah,
They
it's
go
not his
over that in
grandpa.
season 1.
What the frick? Why did he
Yeah, it's just
train
someone
him
that
then?
No,
Zenitsu
because
was
he,
like a poor little street rat, like essentially living on the streets, and Gramps took him in and trained him.
Okay.
yeah, he
So
took
it's
him because he
basically
got
his
fucked over
grandpa.
by his wife.
Yeah.
All right.
So
All right. So now the part that I've been waiting to say something to both of you since the fucking moment I saw it. Why is Tengen a pedophile?
Bro,
what makes
No,
you say that?
Cause ain't he a grown ass man who's smacking the ass of a fucking like 14-year-old?
Okay, but who
Tengen's
said that was a
canceled.
sexually
I'm starting the Tengen
induced
cancel.
ass smack?
I'm just saying, like, he's sus as fuck, and I stand by what I said until I am shown otherwise.
You gonna change that saying by like halfway through the season, probably.
All right, and then I will be like, yeah, bro, I was tripping. But guess what? Until then, fuck Tengen.
All right, bro.
Yeah. It's gonna move on.
What else is there to talk about? Unless we want to get into the opening. Speaking of the opening,
See, I feel like
I
that's
don't want to
like
get into the.
spoiler
I don't want to
central
get
right
into
there.
the. Yeah, that's too like risky.
Yeah.
Because they showed. Dude, I'm actually
They
really
showed
upset
so
they did that. They
much.
showed. Yeah,
they did
they
show.
showed way too much, in my
I
opinion.
was surprised that they foreshadowed things.
Everything. They foreshadowed everything.
You don't even understand some of the things they foreshadowed. That they
All I know is I
Exactly.
saw multiple demons. I don't know what the hell is going on with that.
So moving on.
It's gonna keep it moving.
We literally, bro. I hate that. Like, oh, there's so many things I want to talk about, say, and answer. Not answer, but like rebuttal you guys about. But I'm like, oh, this is such a spoiler. Like, I can't get into any of it.
Good.
But
Fuck you.
Listen, bro, I'll spoil real quick.
No, you won't, cause Jay's here.
What's your point?
Bruh.
And you know who he'll blame? He'll blame you for being an asshole.
Bruh.
Jay, nah, you know what? I'll be talking and you'll just hear him leaving the call. But I say we move on from the Demon Slayer talk because really getting into anything else is like
And we were
spoiler
talking,
heavy.
we were talking about Demon Slayer for a fat minute. God damn.
Yeah, just know there's a lot of good, like, exciting things coming for Demon Slayer, and just know that this season is probably gonna be like after this season, it's just a bunch of crazy shit. So
All right,
take this like
any final
slow,
thoughts,
crazy
Jay,
shit.
before we move on?
I've said I think everything I wanted to say. All I'm gonna say now is, don't be coming at my sound Hashira like. No, I'm just kidding.
Bruh.
Yeah, really good episode.
Nah, man. I don't like the way that he slapped her ass. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, we got a keyboard warrior over here.
I ain't a keyboard warrior. I'm speaking facts, bro.
Yeah, you're just getting mad in other people's places. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Listen,
Fine. Unwarranted, Diego.
It
That's
ain't
all I'm saying.
unwarranted.
Unwarranted.
It ain't
It is
Listen.
unwarranted.
Should he have done it? No. Does it mean that you need to assume all those other things? No.
Bro, that was a joke. That was literally a joke.
Boy, that was out of all four pockets.
Like that wasn't even. I was gonna cut that. Like that's how much of a joke that was.
Bro, that was wild.
Listen, all I
That
gotta
was
say
crazy.
is I don't know how I feel about Tengen. That's it.
That's fine.
You'll probably
That's fine
continue to
assessment.
feel that way about him until like halfway through the season, if I'm being honest.
It's fucking.
I just forgot how funny Tegan was. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
I was gonna mention the way they introduced the three to Tengen is completely different in the anime, I believe, than what it was in the manga.
Really?
What do you mean?
I remember, again, I could be completely wrong, but I remember in the manga that they were all three at the place already, and like I don't remember them even going on missions like in that build up, but like
Where?
they were all three already there, and they heard the commotion of the girls getting stolen, and all three of them like ran to like save them, and that's when they were all like, "No, take us three instead." That's what I remember. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them all being on missions and then coming back to that. I feel like they were already at the butterfly mansion.
See, I feel like the way they did it in the anime was like a better introduction.
Oh, for sure. Like it came off super clean, especially with Zenitsu and Inosuke. Like, and he's like, "No, take us instead," or like, "We'll go instead." And he's like, "Who's we?" And then they're both on his left and right. Like, it was
Yeah.
definitely fire. I think it was a little different. Um,
So,
but yeah,
from what I can see from the manga, they kind of just they do show up the same way.
Man said, "Let me go
So
grab
it's
my manga off the shelf and look."
no, I'm on the Shonen Jump app, and I was like, let me just do a quick check real quick. So it's literally just the same way in the anime. So I would say, yeah, they were probably on solo missions, and they just popped up on his side
sure.
when he were there.
Oh, I also found out where those new 80 scenes in the that were supposed to be in the new like in the anime episodes as opposed to the movie.
Is it just like the little what's it called? Like the post show shit? Is that what they
No,
counted
no,
it
no,
as?
no.
Okay, I was about to
What
fucking lose
what
my
it
mind.
is like there's like scenes that are either like kind of like altered, taken out, or added in, and they're like scenes that like you almost like remember being in the movie type deal. Like they changed up the look of something, so it's not that they were necessarily new; they just look different.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't like, but my point was, it's nothing that's like, oh my god, the scene is like different or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's more like, for example, when Adrian was talking about how Tandro goes a little more in depth about what he was feeling when he had to kill himself, or the boy being guided through his conscience in a different way,
Yeah.
like how insignificant we felt those were, and like when I watched it back, to be honest, I didn't
Or
even
like when
really notice it.
Rengoku made all of them eat when they first got together.
Exactly, something like that. Like it's literally those like split second, like quick little scenes. That was the quote unquote new 80 scenes that Adrian was thinking of, because there was quite a bit of them, but they were just like so small that you know, unless you're like you freaking photographic memory the entire movie and you're like, hey, that's different, like, or you watched them like side by side next to each other, you're not probably not going to notice it
Yeah.
really. But I thought that was an interesting. I found that out the other day. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Okay, so I was always wondering like where was these 80 shots or 70 shots that they
Yeah.
said that they added in this new.
Hey, to their point, they never said that they were important shots.
Yeah, to be fair.
So
Listen, if you say you're adding shots, I'm thinking you're adding shots that are like
Yeah, if you
going
say
to be
you're
a little bit
adding shots, then
noticeable.
you're fucking adding shots.
You're adding
yeah,
something new, not like, we'll go a little, let's extend that a
Well,
little
I'm
bit.
sure the reason why they didn't specify is just because people would be like, "Oh, well, I don't give a shit then if it's just gonna be tiny scenes or tweaks."
yeah,
Well, they don't really have a reason to specify in general. They can just say that, just leave it at that. So,
Yeah,
plus, it's like, yeah, like you said, to just have people like, ooh, I wonder what they're gonna add in the fight. They don't really add anything in the fight. They don't do that till like the 7th episode. Is it today's
I
the
think you're
8th
talking
episode,
this.
right?
Yeah, you're talking about the like the very beginning of the episode where they're fighting, right?
Yes,
And it,
that's what
yeah,
that's what I was thinking that they're gonna do. They're gonna change it like
yeah,
that,
that
but
shit looks sick too.
it did. Like, I didn't think you were gonna go back into the fight again. I thought we were just gonna
I didn't either.
just go to where they're just like they're crying still, and then they're just gonna get
Yeah.
escorted out, and then they're gonna start to train.
I like got sad until I started seeing the scenes, and I was like, okay, hold on, this is fun. I'm glad they added this, and this shit kind of cool.
All right, well, that's it with Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the movie,
SAO,
we
bro.
got another movie. Yeah, we got another movie to review.
Sword Art Online, progressive, something. Too long of
Star
a
Night
fucking
and Aria,
title.
or the Starry Night of Aria, I think.
It's too long of a title. So we went to go see that today, or like the day that we're recording this. And honestly, I felt like it was too short, to be honest.
Too short.
Yeah.
That's interesting because it's a 2-hour movie.
Was it really?
It's not a 2-hour movie, Adrian.
Is it not?
We
How
were
long is
out
it?
of there by 6,
And
the
we
movie
got there at
started
4.
at like 4:30.
That's whatever. It's close
Checking
to
on
it.
that.
So I really enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I think it was a little too short for like the actual Sword Art Online section. But even if you're like, you've never seen a Sword Art, like anything about Sword Art Online, or you're a longtime fan like the three of us are, I definitely recommend you check out the movie, either whether you go on like 9anime or something and watch it, or you go to the movie theater yourself. It's definitely worth the watch. It's really good, especially if you love Asuna. Let me just say.
Yeah, so I'd say the movie, spectacular animation, because obviously anime movies getting that fat budget. They getting that thick budget, they putting that money into that. But it's pretty much just a
Rehash.
if you saw Aincrad just in Asuna's views, new characters too, so it's gonna be a little bit spiced up. It's not gonna be the same exact story as the anime. So this is a very interesting take of how Aincrad happened, in my opinion. I say if you're a Sword Art Online fan, you should definitely watch this.
Facts. Brennan, what'd you think? Even though we know kind of what you think.
Bro, Sword Art Online, one of my favorite animes, bro. I love the movie, and I love that we're getting more Sword Art Online content. It's fantastic.
Especially arguably the best Sword Art Online content.
And it's nice to see Aincrad done in more detail.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nice to see more of Asuna, because I think it's pretty agreed upon across the Sword Art Online fan base that Asuna is dope as hell.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get enough screen time.
Nope.
Um
She got a lot of screen time in Alicization, but
yeah, she's super powerful, and it's cool to see her progress.
Yeah.
We don't get to see how she becomes Lightning Flash Asuna, and we don't get to know a lot about her personal life in SAO, the regular anime, and now we get to see that stuff. So it's kind of cool. I guess kind of spoiler, but I like seeing outside of the world, seeing that she's not really into video games like you assume she is, being an SAO.
Yeah. She is into Tekken 7, which was sick, but
but I think that's cool, seeing that. I agree the Sword Art Online aspect did seem very short and stuff.
Yeah.
But I did also enjoy seeing that outside life and what she had to deal with and stuff like that. Like Adrian said, the animation's great. If you've ever watched Alicization, it's Alicization quality, but arguably a little bit better still.
Yeah.
The fight scenes, again, we're talking Alicization version of fight scenes. It looks super cool. The move sets are cool. It's just good all around. Just watch it. I think even people who maybe are those people who they watch the first 12 episodes and they're like, all right, this shit sucks, and then never picked it back up. Watch this, because this has to do with the part that you liked. So why not?
It's literally it's literally the first episode, but through Asuna's eyes.
Like, this is arguably going to be the season 1 that you wanted.
But
Just
but
maybe
from
less Kirito.
a different perspective, which
Yeah.
is arguably a good thing because not a lot of people are a huge fan of Kirito. So
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about it is she doesn't see, like, while she is definitely, like, arguably a little more powerful than most other people, it looks like, it's because she's around Kirito and Mito, who are beta testers. So she got kind of the leg up.
yeah.
But it's a true starting from the bottom. Kirito is literally overpowered the entire time. So
even from the very first scene.
yeah,
Yes.
so like he's literally like he's a prodigy in video games, like at that point. Like he's just I think that's
tryhard.
why Progressive goes through Asuna instead, because watching him just completely wipe the floor with everything is not fun. Like,
I mean,
it's
it
not
is
as
to an extent.
yeah, like I'm not gonna watch 50 movies on that, but I'll watch 50 movies of Asuna becoming the strongest, and who knows, we might get to see a lot of Kirito in Progressive. Like, we don't know,
I just
because
hope that we
again,
get to
with how
see
it ended
like,
off, we don't know.
it's not, fucking Kirito, but from a different perspective. I hope to see like, maybe she takes point in some of the like boss fights or something.
Oh,
Or
she definitely will. You can tell from this movie that, like, because even the boss fight was more centered around her than it was Kirito.
yeah,
He was
like
there,
yeah, he was there
but
and he dealt the final blow and everything, but she was pulling some weight.
she played a very big role in it.
Yeah.
You know, I just I hope they continue the teamwork aspect, but they focus more on Asuna.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to them like kind of separating for a bit, her going off on her own, and then them coming back together for a little bit, and then separating for a bit, and then coming back together. I'm not against that either.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely just it's a good time for SAO fans, because I think the second movie comes out in June of 2022. And I mean, with how quickly they got it to the US, this time, I'm assuming it's the same. So if we have it in June in Japan, then US will probably have it in like August, maybe September, beginning of September. No, it'll probably be like early August, because it came out October 30th, and then we got it December 3rd.
Oh,
So
really?
that's
Damn.
like
That
barely
was
even a month.
a little over a month, yeah.
It's Funimation, bro. Funimation got it like that.
Funimation be crazy.
Hopefully, Jujutsu Kaisen get that same treatment, maybe even
Yeah,
better.
Facts.
hopefully. But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited. I'll definitely be going to see the next movie. They kind of already hinted at what the next movie is going to have in it. So another interesting thing, this is a little spoiler, but at the end of the movie, it's already said that Asuna and Kirito are the two top in the game. So, that kind of puts in perspective, like, SAO has a power system problem, They're just always OP.
All right, well.
But I will say they show a lot of struggle.
Yeah. Anyways, like the first half of the movie was focusing on like Asuna's like real life, or at least it felt like
I think that I thought
half.
that was interesting.
No, like I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like I really didn't think that the movie was gonna cut off at like the first or the ending of the first boss.
The movie's an hour and 37.
An hour and
by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that we were gonna get at least through the first 2 floors, because I remember you said that they're gonna be like doing a series of movies that expand on Ironcrad more.
I think
whatever the fuck it's called.
I think going on, it will cover 2 floors. The only reason I think that is because I feel like what would have been the first floor is also what is her in her outside normal life.
Yeah.
I like, to me, if they do the movie similar hour and a half each movie, then it should be, 2 floors a movie. Her outside life would have been floor 1, and then floor 2 would have been floor 1.
I should have took this with us, dude. That would have been a perfect movie to like introduce her to SAO.
Yeah. I also think the reason this movie is not necessarily as long is because we've seen the majority, like, the ending fight scene while as dope as it was, like we've all seen how the early beginning of SAO goes.
Yeah.
Of course, we're seeing it in Asuna's eyes, but like
Mhm.
I feel like they want to hurry up and get into like floor 2, floor 3, because I'm pretty sure we see nothing from between floor 1 to like
I think like 50
I
or
want to
40
say like
something.
4 or 5
yeah,
or
like
15.
yeah, like somewhere in like the teens or something is when they pick up on the anime. I'm pretty sure they skip from 1 and then all of a sudden they're on like floor close to the 20s, I want to say.
Yeah, they're close to the 20s for like
Um,
one episode, and then it skips to the 50s, and then just
yeah.
keeps skipping. Which,
You skipping, then we get to 70s, and then
yeah,
end up Aincrad.
And then
which
also they're
I've
trying to
always
also
hated.
build
But
other characters, you know, like they of course touch in on the characters we know, but you know, they introduce us to a purple-haired bitch.
hey, bro,
Um,
she's kind of
you
bad.
know, and
She's kind of bad.
hey, bro, that's you calling Tengen a pedophile. Yeah, you out here calling a high schooler kind of bad. All
Shut
right,
the
bro.
fuck up.
Anyways,
Hey yo, that's kind of sus, bruh.
yeah,
That's kind
bro.
of sus, bro.
Anyway,
No, they got you
Oh my
4K.
god. No, I got
but
myself in 4K, and you know what? This ain't making it in the podcast, bitch.
but I think
You can't silence the truth.
Jay's like, I got this on fucking tape too.
I think while I kind of agree with Diego, it feels too short. And like looking at it, it's an hour and a half, which to me isn't too short. Like I feel like for an anime movie, that's pretty good considering how long it takes to like animate stuff. But like I'm just so excited to see like the next, you know, the next stuff that comes along. Like it just that I feel like that was the perfect beginning movie.
Have they
To
said
everything.
how many movies they're planning on making of Progressive?
I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna want to make all of it. So I figured out. Me and Nate were talking about this. You know, so Sword Art Online is a separate light novel from Sword Art Online. You know, the original.
Yeah.
So I want to say it's pretty long. I would assume that they're just gonna make a bunch, like, you know, they're gonna treat it
As
like
long as
it's
they make money.
like I'm assuming the reason they put it in movies, like yes, as long as they're making money, but also I'm assuming they're putting it into movies because so this being separate, I'm sure as you guys noticed in the movie, there's things that went differently
Yeah.
and that they obviously added in that's not in the original anime. So I'm gonna assume that they just were like, this is like if we're gonna cover this, this is way too long to put into a TV series.
Yeah. Unless
Like
they're
we
planning
all
on
know,
doing like 7 or 8 seasons of just Sword Art
yeah.
Online.
Like you know, Sword Art Online is like it's not a long drawn out anime. They you know they get to the point. There's not a lot of like filler shit in there. It's you know think Aincrad that the Aincrad arc is literally 12 episodes long.
Yeah.
So
really, it's only
I
Jesus.
yeah, it's 12 episodes long. Um,
Yeah, it is. It's not that long.
so you know, I'm assuming they're like, yo, if we're really gonna like commit to doing this, going through it, because you gotta like, let's assume, you know, like they go through all of Aincrad in 12 episodes. When if they're gonna do, and that's only 70 floors, and they don't even go through all the floors. It's literally
Yeah.
skipping around. So I mean, they can't. They could do like 100 episodes and do a floor an episode, but then that's too fast.
Yeah.
So the
A
only
movie a
real
floor.
outcome is, you know, a movie can cover 2 floors, an hour and a half, which is about, you know,
Bro, if we
probably
really
about
get
like
50 fucking
6
movies of this
episodes each.
shit, I would be
I ain't complaining.
thriving. I would
Yeah,
be
I'm not complaining, bro.
thriving.
I'll be shocked if we get that many
We
movies,
would still be
bro.
going to fucking SAO movies when we're 30. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
We get more movies than fucking Dragon Ball movies, shit.
For real. And they're all
Like,
canon. Crazy.
I'm very
Not anime canon, but like
yeah, like light novel.
yeah.
Canon. I'm very interested to see where they go. Like, I'm interested to see if, like, in this rendition, she sticks with Kirito the entire way.
Yeah.
Because the ending of the movie is very, like, they could stay together, they could not, because yes, they're still in a party, so it's not like in the anime. Because in the anime, when they clear floor 1, he looks at her, he says something to her, and then
boop.
leaves the party.
Yeah.
And then he just goes off on his own. In this one, they remain in a party, but she does say, where you're about to go alone, I'm going too. So you can take that as I'm going with you, or you can take that as even if you travel alone, I'm gonna like follow in your footsteps, essentially. Not necessarily with you, but like, if you're on a floor, I'm gonna try to be on that floor as well.
All I'm saying is she wants the dick.
Hey, bro. I'm okay with getting a full on, love story between them that goes floor by floor instead of, it just blooming out of nowhere in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, them going from like barely knowing each other to living together in 1 episode was really weird. So like actually watching that develop would be like great.
In the anime,
For sure.
they've known each other for a while. They just don't really show it.
Yeah.
Because they technically know each other from the first episode on. And they very clearly do interact with each other, even in between episodes that we don't see, because when they do boss raids, like Asuna is obviously there. She is one of the commanders of the guild that they're in, and she's like on the front lines with him. So they obviously know each other. But like, yeah, it's just weird to see them not.
We get to see like the formation of the guild in it. Oh my god.
Hopefully.
If not, I'm reading the fucking light novel. Fuck this shit. I've never wanted to read a goddamn book in my life more than right now.
But I'm just, dude, like, I don't know. I'm excited because I feel like this is where I was gonna say. So, like, how earlier I said, like, don't get me started on sword art.
Yeah.
This is I'm gonna go off on a little tangent real quick. So everyone loves of sword art. Everyone loves the first 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So hopefully these movies will kind of do like a little like, Sword Art Online will get the love it deserves through these movies, because people can watch their favorite version. Now, will it be a different version? Yes. Yeah. But it's still gonna do justice.
I just wish they didn't do the Fairyland bullshit, because like if they did Aincrad, Gun-Gale, and then Alicization, this series would be like top 10 easy for me. But literally the first part of season 2 or the second part of season 2?
Second part of season 1, actually.
Second part of season 1, yeah. Second part of season 1 is what like really made a lot of people fall off, me included.
Yeah, I know. So this is what I feel like people just don't. This is how I take the anime. Season 1 introduces you to all the characters. So look at this like a long game. Season 1 is only 12 episodes, so obviously it's hard to really develop things, right?
Yeah.
The main things that get developed in season 1 are obviously Kirito's love for video games. That's pretty apparent, because he was a beta tester. He's really freaking good at Sword Art Online for no reason. And he mentions about like all other games and stuff while he's playing. They do it in the movie as well.
Yeah.
They develop like the seriousness of that situation of Sword Art Online. They develop Kirito and Asuna's relationship, like how it starts, how it begins, how they end up falling in love. And that's really it. Like, that's like if you want to talk about the 3 main big things that they like kind of hit on, that's it. So then you move into the Fairyland, which to me, the fairy thing, while they had a lot of other weird stuff going on, that people want to like touch on, to me, that's a trope of them building the relationship between Asuna and Kirito. Like, obviously, yes, they love each other. Like, everyone knows that, but this like makes their relationship stronger. It shows how
I would
they feel about each other.
I give that part a lot of shit, but like the last like 2 or 3 episodes where he finally saves her from what's his face, I think those like that's really solid because like I really enjoy when he saves her because like it's just like a really kick-ass moment for Kirito, but like that's it. Like I could fucking toss out the rest of the that like section and be
Well, they
totally
can't just do
fine.
2 to 5 episodes for an arc. So I mean, there has to be
No,
other
I know.
stuff.
It's just like it's like all of the shit before that I could not care about. Like I think that like it could have been better, but I just feel like the execution was really like not good.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess but like I said, the whole point of that season, those that little couple episodes, I think it's probably around like another 12 episodes.
Yeah, I think so.
I take it as more of a let us build the connection. Like let's show how truly deep this relationship runs because most people are going to look at a relationship that comes from that game and just be like, okay, whatever. Like it doesn't make sense. They're not old enough to do that type of stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Gun Gale moves in the direction of what does Kirito do with his life outside of video games and like moving into real world adulthood because that's the big ploy of Gun Gale. Asuno's looking at going into bigger schools and like, figuring out what she wants to do with her life. Kirito is like not worried about school at all. The government is asking to help him, and he's obviously being like what's it called? Compensated for the work he's doing for them. So that starts building like, okay, so
And
outside
his
of this,
sister is
Kirito ends up
crushing on
getting
him. But let's not talk about that.
that's irrelevant, literally. I hate that gets
Shinoda's
so much
still
like
fine as fuck. I
attention
don't give a
for no
shit.
reason. Also, that happens in the fairy thing, not in Gun Gale.
I don't give a shit.
But
Whether
anyways,
whether
Gun
it's
Gale,
Shinon or Lifa, I don't care. I'll fucking pipe both of them. Anyways.
Gun Gale goes more in the direction of like what Kirito plans on doing with his life. And then it moves into Alicization, which,
Fire.
that brings almost everything all together. So that shows like, okay, so now Kirito's the one in trouble. Asuno wants to save her, but he's in this position because of the government and what they were asking him to do. He was planning on going to the US to help develop more things. He wanted Asuno to come with her. So like I feel like Alicization is finally everything they built up in those first 3 seasons coming together all into one anime now instead of all of it being like separately gone over in 3 different animes.
Yeah.
Or not animes, but 3
Like,
different seasons.
Arcs. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I think Alicization comes together so good because it's not like focusing on just one part of their journey. It's throwing everything together like it should have been from the beginning. But I think it all just gets too much hate for no reason. Like, I hate how everyone's like, oh, it's incest, it's weird. It's like, bro, the second they find out they're related, first of all, Kirito shows no attention to it whatsoever in the first place. Second of all, the second the sister finds out, it's dropped. Like, yeah, she's hurt, but like they move past it, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate that. And then a lot of other people are like, oh,
Honestly,
I hate how
I've never heard anything about the incest thing. Like I've just
dude,
always
that it gets so much shit
It's
for
so
that.
it's
Literally.
funny.
I've never heard
And
anything
then-
about that. That's weird.
And then the other thing is when the creepy dude starts feeling up on Asuno, which yeah, you can give it shit for that, but like Goblin Slayer also starts off with a goblin raping a girl.
And
So,
everybody
I mean,
fucking praises Goblin Slayer for how good the first episode
Yeah.
is.
Hold on. I'll give you something better. Everyone loves Berserk, but Berserk does far beyond than what the fuck Sword
Literally.
Art Online and Goblin Slayer did, in my opinion.
Sword Art
So
Online is like
Didn't some
scratching the
bitch get, like,
surface, while
horse
Goblin
fucked or
Slayer and
some
Berserk
shit?
are like, yeah,
Wait,
like
what?
see,
Didn't
crazy.
some chick
Like,
get like raped by a horse in Berserk or some shit?
she almost did.
Oh, that's
see,
weird.
like
She
crazy
got
stuff.
molested by it.
But yet, Sword Art Online is where people draw the line. Like, no, bro, really? Like,
I think it's
and
more
that
the
is-
audience. That's the only thing that I can really think of.
maybe I don't know, but in my opinion, I think it's a really powerful scene, and it, like I said, it does a good job of portraying like, yeah, these are literally kids that are going through this stuff, but like all the feeling that would be there for adults are there,
Yeah.
and like again, it just progresses their relationship and what they go through together and the love story they have going for themselves. Like, I don't know. I just think it gets so much shit for no reason. And, I'm kind of sick of the slander. But going back to the movie, fuck Mito. I don't like her.
Bro, she's fine.
No,
Not
she's
like
not.
that. She's okay.
She's not fine. She's not okay. She's not okay. They should have just killed her off. She should have taken like a blade for Asuna in the boss fight. She should have died crying.
Like I told you when when we were in the car, bro. If she got hit by another fucking like attack in that last fight and she died, it would have been fine.
I would have been happy. I would have been like, good, she gets what she deserves. She abandoned Asuna in the worst way possible. Literally the worst way possible. This movie is fantastic, but fuck her. She is, oh my God, bro. That made me so mad, bro. That made me so mad. How do you, literally the last thing someone sees before you're assuming they die is you abandoning them. Like, dude, like, oh my God, bro. That made me so mad. And she just forgave her. All because Kirito was like, you know what kind of person she is. Yeah, she's the kind that lets you see that she's abandoning you right before you pass away. That's the kind of person she is. Why? Because she selfishly couldn't take watching someone die. Fuck you. That is terrible, bro. Terrible. Oh my God, bro.
I don't know. Maybe this movie will have her redeem herself.
No, I hope she dies. I genuinely, I want to see her death.
No, yeah,
he
literally said, "Well, I'm assuming that she dies eventually, and I can't wait to see that." I was like, Jesus Christ!
No,
because,
my
I
God,
mean, like, that's it.
this
And
man praying on her downfall.
Bro,
He's
okay,
praying on
again,
her downfall
so,
worse than you're praying on Tom Holland's downfall, bro.
Yeah.
So let me, just for the viewers who haven't watched the movie or like don't plan to or whatever, to put this in perspective, so I don't seem like a complete asshole. So the whole beginning of the movie, when they first get trapped in SAO, they're going through. And she's like, I promise I'll protect you. I won't let anything hurt you. Like, I'm good at this game. I was a beta tester. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, you ain't gonna get hurt. Don't worry. We're gonna finish this game together, right? They go to this area, and you knew it
forgot
was
to
gonna
do a
happen.
spoiler-free review.
Oh well.
Shit.
So they go to this thing, and you know what's gonna happen because they foreshadow it and they touch on it so much. But the monsters they're killing, there's regular ones, and then there's one that has a fruit on top of their head. When you kill that one, it releases a smoke, and it just brings a horde of them in. It's basically a trap, like, to guarantee death. And so, she, like I said, they're gonna hit one eventually. They're about to finish killing the little horde that they were killing to gain XP, and Asuna accidentally kills one, right? And Mito had ran off and left Asuna alone with her. To give credit, she asked Asuna, like, hey, can you handle all these while I go kill this rare monster, to get a rare item? Asuna's like, yeah, sure. She kills it. When she comes back, Asuna accidentally kills one with the fruit, so the horde comes. She's trying to get to Asuna. She then jumps away from a monster and lands on the side of a cliff, but it was like a dangerous spot. It crumbles. She falls all the way down. She tries to make her way back up, and yes, in her defense, monsters were guarding it, and there was literally like
30.
The way the health bar was
30.
looking, like the way my bank account set up, like it just wasn't working.
Yeah,
you weren't gonna get
this bitch had like 15% health left.
Yeah,
and there was like 30 monsters in front of her.
Like, I'm not mad that she ran away, right? Like, that's obviously it's messed up that she ran away and like just gave up trying, but do I let one person die trying to get to someone who I know is probably going to die like way before I get there, or if anything, right when I get there? It's just pointless to try. Run away, okay. My problem is she's looking at all the monsters and she's watching the health bar start going down. She's like, I can't watch this. She closes her eyes and she goes, I'm sorry. And she leaves the party. So now on Asuna's screen, she's about to get eaten by this werewolf thing. and all she sees is Mito has left the party. So for me, I was telling them, I'm like, that's like Adrian dangling off a cliff and me like running to the cliff. And then I get there and I look at Adrian and I go, I can't see this. And I turn around and run away while he's like about to fall off. Like, given that's not a completely good, like, comparison just because I would have gotten there before Adrian, fell. But like, my point is, it was way more messed up to let someone who's about to die see that you are abandoning them than it is to like just watch it, like, or just like let it happen. Don't, but like, this person's already like, they're already scared shitless. They're like, oh shit, like I'm about to die. Like, this is for real. But then to like the one person who's sitting there, I'm gonna protect you. I won't let nothing hurt you, baby girl. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I'm so strong. I got my sight. I look kind of cool. I got purple hair. And then like, oh yeah, I can't watch you die. Peace. Like, bruh, no way. Like, that's so messed up. And then my boy Kirito be sliding in real slick. Just kill it, wax it, bro. One hand, doesn't even touch him, wax it. And then he's like, yo, baby girl, I'll take you back to town. And she just stares shocked, like, damn, this little jit really just killed him. Like,
bro,
for
can
real.
we just talk about how funny but awkward it was when he was trying to put away the sword and it just wouldn't go in the sheath? I was like,
he's trying to act so cool and he's just like,
he's
said,
like,
damn, I really
never
missed.
mind. I'll
Like,
see you
5
later.
times.
Goodbye.
yeah,
All
this
right, I'm
man
out.
missed 3 times and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go.
But yeah, that's why it bothered me so much. Is like, to me, it was like, I get it, you don't want to witness it, but like, I'm sorry, it's way worse than the person who's about to die, and then you watch the person
Dude, you
abandon
don't
you.
even.
Like, that's just
Well, my whole thing is
It,
because I thought
that's
about it a little bit. You're not even witnessing it. You're just seeing the health bar go to
the
0
health
and
bar,
then
yeah.
her just leaving the party. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That, like, I feel like that's dumb as hell.
It's just that, like, I get it. On her side, it's definitely gonna hurt to see it. But again, it's just way worse on Asuna's side. Because like, what if she was in the middle of fighting a monster that like was killable for her, and she saw that happen? That's something to just like, at that point, you're just gonna give up because you're like, the one person who was supposed to be there for me just literally dipped on me. Like she thinks I'm gonna die. Like, I might as well die at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is the
like,
mindset that she had Kirito not saved her.
Yeah, given she wasn't doing anything to that werewolf, like, that werewolf was way out of her league.
No, but like, after she
that
got
last
saved and
line thing,
Kirito
she
left,
killed
that
it.
was her mindset. She was just like, I'm just gonna keep going, and if I die, I die.
I wouldn't say that was her mindset.
Yeah, because she said, I don't care. I'm gonna choose how I go out, and I'm gonna go out fighting. Like,
that's not exactly what they were going for.
oh, then I guess I missed the point. I don't know.
She was more of like, I'm not gonna let this game decide how I die. Like, I'm gonna have faith over my own life. And like,
that's
Kirito
not how
even
I
says
took
it.
that.
Well, like, it was more of a, I'm gonna grind until I become strong enough to clear this thing. She was just going about it a really bad way that was gonna get her killed.
I see. I thought she was just like,
so,
I'm just gonna keep going, and if I die while I'm passed out, then I die.
Nah. I mean, like yes and no. Like, that wasn't like the aim of her. She wanted to clear the game, but she was also like, if I die trying to clear this game, then that's fine, but that's how I want to go out.
I see.
Like, I want to go out giving all my effort, grinding to try to clear, the floors and stuff like that. Not as much of like, I give up. I'm just gonna fight until I die. It wasn't really as much as that.
Okay.
I think that's kind of why Kirito was able to convince her to go to the little town meeting thing. But yeah, that's why I'm like, just kill her off, because screw that.
All I'm saying
I'm
is,
mad that she gives her sword. Like, I'm mad that's how Asuna gets her famous sword. And
it ain't her famous sword. Isn't her famous sword like the white one with the cross guard and everything? Not a rapier?
No, she always uses a rapier.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say she always uses a rapier. I don't remember her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive that's like the famous sword that she's almost always using. Like I said, the only thing that Mito girl has going for her is the fact that her scythe, the way they have it animated, and her like moves are super sick.
No, it's a
Other than that,
it's a light green or like a mint green rapier. It's not the same one that she was given by Mito.
looks pretty mint green.
That was
It's
white.
not as
That
mint
was white
green.
as fuck. That was not mint green.
Yeah, I think that was white in the movie.
Yeah. And the guard is not the same. The guard isn't like the guard doesn't cover the hand. It's just like a cross guard that's a circle.
She uses the mint green one for a while too, though.
Yeah, but the mint green one is like that her famous sword, and that's not the one that she was given by Mito.
I don't know, it looked close enough to me.
Well, you tripping.
But I don't know. That bothered me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. That I don't like her. I don't like her one bit, which is really sad because my favorite color is purple, and her whole freaking character is purple.
It'd be like that.
I want to like her, but I can't. Not how
You
she
can't.
treats my queen, bro.
He's so mad after that.
real.
It's so funny.
Oh,
All right, well, how about we treat this as like the spoiler-free review section, and then I'll just put it in earlier and leave it here. But with that said, let's we gotta wrap it up soon, so let's move on to Hawkeye, which episode 4, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, this honestly, because you told me that this episode was fire. But like halfway through, I was like, so when is it gonna get to be fire? And then, shit hit the fan. So
And then it happened.
yeah, and then it happened. But honestly, I think, dude, I don't know what it is. I think that Kate's mom is in on whatever Jack is doing. She just really rubs me the wrong way, especially when she went up to Clint and was like, "Hey, can you just forget about the case?" I was like, "What do you mean forget about the case? Like what?" But
yeah, you don't really say forget about the case. You most likely say, "Hey, can you leave my daughter out of this?
yeah,
Not drop the case entirely."
yeah,
Pretty weird.
I want to say, I think it's because her mom has a really good idea on what the case is. Because
maybe.
One, she doesn't want Kate looking into her boyfriend as it is. Two, you now have an Avenger looking in on my husband. Like, can you relax? Like, and then on top of that, it's also, if he doesn't drop it, she knows, like, we know Kate's not dropping it until he drops it, essentially.
Yeah.
And even then, she still might not drop it. So, like, yes and no. The only thing that threw me off is the fact, like, how do you have direct contact with the people who can get a Black Widow? Now, given she doesn't know the people who know the Black Widows, but she knows the person who owns U.S. agent, whoever that is. I don't remember if they go over who that is. I forgot.
I don't even know if it's that.
No,
like,
it is. It's
it
that.
is. Like,
did you watch Black Widow, right?
yeah, but like I'm saying, like, are we 100% sure that like either Jack or whoever just sicked Yelena on him?
No, I
thought-
think Yelena just kind of found her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think Yelena just kind of did all of that on her own.
Yeah, because in the ending credits of Black Widow, she like has a vendetta against Clint.
Yeah.
So
that's not at all. What you guys? Oh my god.
What do you mean that's not it?
You're tripping. Okay, I'm gonna give you this play by play.
Dude,
she literally verbatim says, "I want Clint dead." Wait, okay, hold on. Say your piece.
Clint leaves the apartment. She makes a call. Basically, like, and you can infer that call is, I need someone to like take out Clint Barton. You go to the Black Widow movie. Yelena is at in the post credit scene. Yelena is at Natasha's grave. Mm-hmm. The girl who owns U.S. agent walks up to her.
Yeah.
And she goes, "How would you like to get revenge on the person who did this?" And Yelena looks at her like,
I don't think those are connected.
Speaking my language.
I don't think those are connected.
He gives her a folder that has a picture of Clint Barton in it. Now, let's think about this. The mom makes a call, and you can infer that it's a call to get rid of Clint Barton or to have someone deal with Clint Barton. And then all of a sudden, you think to the Black Widow movie, which keep in mind, Black Widow played a very big role in this episode. Black Widow was brought up so many times.
much.
The mom
Mhm.
walked over and was like,
Dude, that was disrespectful
"Oh
as
yeah,
fuck.
my,
Can
That
we
really
talk
was
about that?
disrespectful as hell.
She was like, "Oh yeah, my daughter's good at this." Well, guess what?
So
Natasha
was
Romanoff is
Natasha.
also very good. And look at
I
her
was
now.
like, Clint, I was like, please punch this bitch in the face.
But like you see the parallels I'm saying. Like there's no way that phone call and then Yelena showing up to kill her is not connected. To me, I took
Okay,
that
I was
as
still
they
saying
were
that she had a
inferring that
vendetta, but like,
I
how did she get from-
disagree, but I'm not 100% saying that might not be true. I just
has
need to
to
see
do
more
with
proof. For me personally, I just need to see more proof.
the only reason I'm very apparent on this is because I was like, man, I don't know how they're gonna like I wonder where they're gonna have this whole like Natasha Romanoff's sister is trying to kill Clint Barton. Like, where are they gonna throw this in? And this is literally the perfect ploy. And then it also infers that the mom is not like a sweet mom like you think in the first few episodes who's getting played by Jack.
Yeah.
Now you know that she has some kind of like shit that she's not telling people. Because
Probably.
how the hell do you know like how do you know the person who controls US agent and who has the type of like pull to be able to find Yelena and give her a contract? Like that like opens it up a lot. And like I said, that is literally the perfect thing. Like Yelena thinks that Clint Barton is essentially who killed Natasha Romanoff, which we all know is very untrue.
Yeah. Because
Now,
they
she
even
can
like
still hold
remind us.
resentment against him, but like, you know what I mean? Like, she can hold resentment, but I don't think she'd have the hatred for him that she has. Like, she's definitely being played. But to me, that's the connection I made with that episode was the mom made that call to that person, and that person went and gave the hit to Yelena. Because think who's going to be able to kill Clint Barton?
Only
Black Widow was probably the only person that could like kill him,
especially after all the
he's
shit
dead.
that they showed this episode. Because they even showed like his like bullseye fucking capabilities with the coin, dude.
Yeah,
I was losing my shit during that sequence. I was like, and even he even fucking said it. He said, "I am a weapon." Anyways, dude.
emphasized on how dangerous he actually is.
Well, not even that. Like that is like straight up alluding to my life as a living weapon. Like that. It just made me so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. You could be right, but I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, maybe there's too many connections because they mentioned I feel like they mentioned Black Widow so much just so that like you would know that they're referring to the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
So that the people who watched it will be able to make that connection and be like, oh shit, like Yelena did get a hit to go kill Clint Barton, and they played it off as he's the one who killed her for the Soul Stone. So I'm like, oh shit, like that all makes sense. To me, nothing else like really makes sense for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like why would the sister of Black Widow, who's not under any control, want to kill her sister's best friend?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Unless they want to try to play no, because it happens after the blip. So yeah, there's literally no thing to say like, oh, she's still being mind controlled or anything like that. It's she's being tricked. Like, other than that, why would you try to kill the only person that your sister loved aside from like
No,
you?
I'm just saying that I don't think the mom ordered the hit. I think that somebody else just ordered the hit, like maybe Kingpin did. I don't know. Because they even say that Kingpin knows what's going on. So, I don't know.
I like the development they give that they quickly take away of like the bond between him and Kate, and him even teaching Kate how to do the little like quarter flick thing.
Yeah.
Bro, I loved how he was like, I mean, I can kill someone with this from however far away.
Or 20 meters away.
Mm.
He's like, I could
What?
knock
No
somebody
way.
out with a nickel. A dime's too light. I was like,
Bruh.
Dude, the specifics into that, I'm like, bro, this man knows too much.
I'm just waiting for the bullseye to pop up. I'm just waiting for bullseye to pop up.
Right. She said, fine. If you want to live your life with me not believing you, that's fine. And then behind the head, he didn't even like do it like how she did. She was looking at it and did this. He did it behind his head real quick. He went.
Yep, he did.
That's
He
like
did it so
girl.
easy, man. He did it so clean too. I'm like,
Mhm.
you didn't have to do all that, Clint. Come on now. Let's not be a show off. He didn't have to do that. God. It's really crazy how insane. Like, I feel like in Avengers, it's really downplayed how skillful he really is with his action.
Oh yeah, it's so downplayed. I hate it.
And then it moves into real sentimental shit. Real sentimental shit. You know,
Talking about how when
Yeah,
she
dude,
found, he
I
literally
told
put together
you
he was
she was gonna
Ronin.
put it together. I told you she was gonna put it together.
I mean, we all
I didn't
knew.
think.
Like, she already
I
was on
honestly
her.
didn't.
Like,
Adrian didn't think so.
No, I
I
didn't
don't
think
know
so. I
why
thought
you wouldn't think so.
no, it's mostly just because I was hoping he would tell her and stuff, so having her put it all together. But I kind of had a feeling he wouldn't. In this episode, he didn't really want to say it. So once he got to that point, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna put it together for him.
He kind of just kept hinting at it until she just like
Pieced it together.
yeah.
Until
like,
she said it.
at that point, you'd have to be stupid not to make the the dots connect.
Yeah.
But and then his wife, not his family, but his wife knows already.
Dude, when she busted out the German, I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got some, she knows some things too, because he asked her to look into into Jack, and that all stemmed from Jack having his sword.
Yeah. Which
Um,
dude, that was so slick. He's like, let me get my jacket.
I want to know how he made the sword retract without anyone hearing the.
He probably
Like-
covered it up with the jacket and just retracted it.
Yeah, but I mean that when they did it in the thing, it was pretty loud. I don't know if a jacket's covering.
I don't know.
Listen,
that
we're just
noise,
gonna. That might just be something
Dude.
we just gonna have to
Plot
accept that
armor,
happen.
I'm pretty sure it was
Plot
just like
hole.
the only reason they were making it so loud is just to amplify the importance of the sword.
Yeah, I don't know,
But
but
that's neither
that
here
was-
nor there.
that was interesting. But this I'm really interested to see how the next two episodes go.
Oh,
'Cause
and
we
he
only have
also
two episodes.
almost dropped the name of Jack's character, which was funny. Because the villain name for Jack is the swordsman, but Clint calls him Sword Boy.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My dad told me something he becomes an Avenger level threat or some shit because he threatens to kill Captain America or some shit like that.
I don't know. I just know that he's the swordsman.
Or not an Avengers level threat, but he becomes an enemy or something because of that. And I'm
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't even know what the swordsman is. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, that's the
He's
first
like
time me hearing him.
he's like a fodder villain basically. He's like the Leaper for the Captain America 2 villain or that mini villain.
Yeah,
He's
the
just a
very first villain
throwaway
he took
villain.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very interested to see where these next two episodes go and what parts they leave open and what parts they leave closed. I'm excited to see the costume. I know the purple costume's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon, dude.
The
So let's talk about that final scene. So first when she gets into the apartment, she grabbed the wrong watch, which was stressing me the fuck out. And that fight scene that was going on between Maya, Clint, and Yelena, that was so... I couldn't tell if it was a 1v1v1 or a 2v1 or what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it kind of felt
But when
a free-for-all, but at the same
Maya,
time not.
when Maya had him in a body lock and then Yelena fucking punched her in the face, I was like, what is
that was
happening?
funny.
I was like, what
That
the
was
fuck
funny.
It
is
was a
happening?
2v1v1.
Well, because I mean, at the time, Kate was on the floor because she got knocked down, and Clint told her
Yeah, it's
to
like
leave.
it's like a free-for-all at that point.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but I thought that whole sequence was so stressful and so good at the same time.
and then it drew the line when she went off the edge and he was looking at her with the wire thing and he's like, nah, go home. Like, nah,
Yeah.
like I'm not going through this again.
Yeah, he
And
like picturing her as Romanov. I'm like, oh, that hurts.
that's where you really see the relationship between him and her was starting to form. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know if you remember, but when we first started talking about Hawkeye when it first came out, 2 weeks ago, I said like I'm excited to see if this turns into like a him and Natasha-esque relationship or if
Yeah.
it's like different. And you can tell it's definitely different, but it's
But it's
also they're
very
hinting it's the
similar.
closest thing they will get or he will get to having another relationship like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, um, which I think is like it's really cool to watch, and you can definitely like see where it's starting to eat at him of what happened and all that stuff. Like I appreciated that moment. I liked it a lot, and she just didn't listen to him and went right back up. She said, "Bitch, I ain't going nowhere."
For real. But yeah,
I
dude,
just
I honestly even when she used the what is it called? The like even when she used Natasha's gadget on Maya, I still didn't piece it together that it like I knew it was a Black Widow, but I was like, who? And then when I didn't it didn't register for me whatsoever until she took off the mask. Did you guys experience the same thing, or did you know from like the jump that it was probably Yelena?
No, I knew from the jump it was probably Yelena because I always knew that after the Black Widow end credits and then Hawkeye was coming out, I'm like, she's most likely gonna come in Hawkeye. It's just a matter of when and
When?
how she does it. Yeah. So like once I saw once he's like, I'm finding my Echo right here, or not? Is it? What's her real name? It's
Yeah,
not Echo.
he's like, I'm fighting Maya right now.
Yeah, Maya. Okay, so like I'm fighting Maya, and he's like, and she's like, no, I'm fighting Maya. And he's like, well, who the fuck am I fighting? I'm like, oh yeah, that's Yelena. She's right there. I
What about
just
you,
knew from the
Brennan?
jump.
I will be honest. I was up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. I was scrolling through our podcast Instagram, trying to find topics to send because I was like, oh shit, I haven't gone on here really all week and like looked for topics essentially. And then I might have seen a little spoiler, and I was like, fuck. So I knew from the get go, I was like just waiting for it to happen. And as soon as she saw the thing, and then they were both
Damn,
fighting
people
someone, I
are
was like,
fast with fucking spoilers. You said 2 in the
yeah,
morning.
yeah,
No, that shit
I'm
comes out
pretty.
at 12. So
Yeah, it
like,
came out at midnight, so
Yeah,
2 hours
that's
had
what I
already
mean
gone
though. Is that
by.
like 2 hours after the fucking shit comes out and people are
Well,
already
I
posting spoilers? That's
I don't know if it
insane.
was people or if Marvel itself actually posted something.
I don't
But
think so, because
like
Marvel waits a few days normally for shit like that.
usually, yeah.
Because
But
they're
I don't know,
very protective of spoilers.
like I said, I don't know. To me it all made sense after like Adrian, I thought about the ending cutscene to Black Widow, and I was watching the episode, and then like I said, the connection I made earlier, which may or may not be right, but I I knew just because of the
See,
spoiler. Had I
I
not
just
seen the
thought that it
spoiler, I wouldn't have
was
known.
yeah, I just thought that they would have made like a
Actually,
more
that's cap. There's no
grand
reason.
entrance, I guess, for her.
No, that's cap because the Black Widows aren't a thing anymore.
What do you mean?
they
Like
they were taken out of,
they
or
were
not? They're
essentially disbanded.
disbanded. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
technically, the
what's
only
Cap?
person who no, I'm saying like we should have known it was Yelena
Oh,
because the
yeah.
only person who would have had that technology and had business even doing something like that
Well,
is Yelena.
I'm sure that the other widows still have their equipment.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like they have no business being there though.
True.
Like
Yeah.
for it to add to the story, it had to be Yelena. Because if it was any other Black Widow, it would have been like,
See,
why the
I just thought it was some assassin who got their hands on Black Widow tech.
yeah.
Because I was like,
But
well, if that's actually Yelena, she wouldn't be wearing a fucking ski mask. But I was wrong.
I was oddly mistaken.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
like,
I honestly thought that like it would be a more in your face reveal instead of like, oh, I've been fighting this bitch for like 6 minutes now, and now we're revealing that it's Yelena. But
I wish there was more to that scene. Like I wish there would have been like words exchanged or like when he ripped off the mask, he would have been like, Yelena? Like, what the fuck?
well,
well,
does he
I'm pretty
even
Or
know
sure he
who?
doesn't even
yeah,
know who
I
the
was about
fuck
to
she
say,
is.
or does he know? But I'm assuming
No, because he
she
seemed
would have
pretty caught
told
off
him.
guard that there was a widow after him.
Yeah, I also assume he would have like I assume Black Widow would have told him like as they were catching up on the flight back to like saving family, like in Endgame, like I assume she would have told him like, oh yeah, I caught up with, I found my sister, yada yada yada. Like that's what I feel like would have
I don't
maybe
know.
happened. I don't know.
I don't think he
No,
or
I
she would have
feel
known.
like he would have known because like she was the only person who knew about his family.
Yeah,
So I
but
feel like she would have
I don't know.
But
returned the
she,
favor
but
and
like,
said something.
I don't know. Black Widow's more,
Like secretive, and she doesn't
yeah.
really talk about shit. Cause
Not
no,
with
because
Clint
they don't.
though.
They didn't even know because I feel like Clint probably would have said something when who was it? Somebody said, "Does she have any family?" And then Hulk said, "We're it," and Clint was standing right there. So I feel like if he knew, he would have said, "Well, there's one person." So I don't think Clint knew whatsoever or knows whatsoever.
I mean, Clint is just as secretive as Black Widow. Like if Black Widow didn't
That
share something,
yeah,
he's
there's
not gonna
that too.
share. Like it's a tricky situation. We'll have to find out if he knows.
Yeah, we'll find out
If
next week, I'm
anything,
sure.
he doesn't know, and when he finds out, he'll probably like find a way of telling her like what really happened,
Yeah.
and that's when I don't know, sides will be flipped and she'll be working with them or some shit, or that's how we'll figure out who sent the hit, whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I definitely feel like though is the mom because the way everything panned out, just it was a little too coincidental. You know what I mean? Like oh, so right after the mom makes a phone call, now you want to like show up. I feel like Yelena, if no one else would have put the hit out for him, like, or if someone else would have done it, she would have showed up a while ago. You know what I mean? So I personally feel like the mom definitely put the hit on Clint. I don't think she expected it to be Yelena, but I think that all ties together. And I don't know how he expects Kate to not be like part of his situation, considering he's staying at her aunt's house.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, when she like said, "No, you're not coming with," I'm like, bro, you kind of live with her. like,
You can't stop it.
like she's gonna come over there and be like, "Oh, so you're still working on that case that you kicked me out of? Yeah, cool. Let me just hop right in."
Yeah.
Like, no.
And it's obvious, like you obviously know she can find you even if you get kidnapped because she found him when he was kidnapped by the tracksuit mafia, which God knows how the hell she found that out. Oh, she tracked him. That's right, through the phone. But like, if she can do that, then I don't like. She can basically probably find a way to track you anywhere at that point.
Yeah, at
Very
that point.
weird. Very very weird.
All right. Is that everything you wanted to talk about for Hawkeye? Pretty sure there's not much we can. We pretty much just touch up on every topic we could for this
Yeah, man. I know
episode.
that next week episode is gonna go crazy.
Yes, sir. That
There,
episode was pretty
I'm
fire.
so curious because there's so many things that like need to be like explained. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Kingpin, how Echo really comes to be, or if that's gonna be in the series.
I feel like it's gonna be
Yelena,
in the
that
series.
situation. So we need to figure out what the hell the Rolex is. That was another thing.
Yeah, because I was like, what is the Rolex? 'Cause I'm not picking up the Rolex part. Like, unless it's like Loki's
I
Iron Man's like is one of his gauntlets that transform from the Rolex to the
Yeah, and I
things.
cannot, for the life of me, I cannot remember anything that he did with the Rolex.
If any, I want to think it's the Civil Watch. I mean, the Civil War watch he wore when he had to fight Bucky. But I don't know if that's it because I don't remember
But
the
that
watch like
wasn't
that.
when he did that though. That yeah, because I have yeah, no, because that was literally just a hand and it was a one use and done thing. So that I don't think they'd go crazy, or I don't think a Rolex that literally gives you one repulsor blast is gonna like be that important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. So
Like I don't see that being of that much importance.
I
Like
mean,
at
unless
that
they
point,
want to
okay,
like try to go for Iron Man tech and want to like make it themselves somehow, but I don't see that happening.
that's still
That's
like
just
it
one of
doesn't give you much if it's only one blast. Like that is like that's we're talking cave Iron Man suit at that point. Like,
Mhm.
like that's little to nothing. Of course, they can make tweaks to it to probably make it a little better, but they'll never get close to the real thing, even with that. So
Yeah, we'll just have to find out next week, which I can't wait for. Next
I
week's gonna pop
also
off.
I love the scene where he was talking to the dude, and the dude's like, "Can I get my gun back?" And he's like, huh, "Yeah. What do you think?" And then he walks out, and you see him in the back just freaking chuck the gun, and he's like, "Come on, bro."
That was funny.
That was actually funny.
It's so clean when he's like, "Oh, are you looking for this knife or the box cutter under your seat?" I took that. He's like, "Damn."
Yeah, bro, come on now. You see all the stuff he's done. You think he won't know to check everywhere?
Oh no, we always he knows the man was made to make sure shit like that doesn't happen.
I feel like that dude's gonna play a pivotal role in getting Maya to become good.
Yeah, or like maybe he dies and that would be like her development.
Like he'll die trying to save her from getting killed from something Ronin related or something. That's what she realizes. Like, okay, or he'll get killed by Kingpin or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take like the fall for something for her. I don't know, something. I hate that we only have 2 more episodes, bro.
Yeah, but that's now like the classic Marvel show now, live action Marvel show. Like they're short as hell.
You need to stop doing that shit.
I believe that is it. Is there anything else anyone wants to add, or any other topics that they think? Oh, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. What are we talking about
Diego.
Shang-Chi from?
Well, Diego was
so
talking to me about something.
So you remember in Iron Fist? You remember the chick in Iron Fist?
No.
Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen Wing. She becomes like the second Iron Fist or whatever at the end of the second season.
I don't remember
The
a lot
Asian
of those
chick that literally helps
Yeah.
him the entire show.
Listen, I don't remember a lot of the characters.
Okay,
so
whatever.
It's
Anyways,
not
that-
It's literally the second main character. Basically.
Listen, man, I don't remember anyone besides Iron
it's not that serious. It's not that serious. So if you guys do know, unlike Adrian, because he's an uncultured
idiot.
swine,
It wasn't my favorite one. Man.
I read in an article. I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly she was supposed to play a role in Shang-Chi, alongside. I think Awkwafina like stepped in for her. I have no idea, but she was supposed to play a role in Shang-Chi. I don't know how big or small, but as Colleen Wing, which pretty much would have inadvertently meant like, oh hey, the Netflix heroes are MCU canon 100%, like way earlier than now with, Willem Dafoe basically being in Hawkeye, and now with Charlie Cox being 100% confirmed returning to the MCU.
Willem Dafoe, I'm pretty sure you said the wrong name.
Or not Willem Dafoe, fucking
Kingpin dude. Don't remember his name.
I don't remember what his name is.
Senor Pin.
I literally I just said it like when I was talking to you at the movies. I don't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, but yeah, she was supposed to be in Shang-Chi, and the only reason that she wasn't is because she was actually filming Matrix the Matrix 4 at the time.
Which, you know what that means? It sounded more and more like Shang-Chi 2 finna have some Iron Fist business, which I am 100% here for. I need it. I need it now. I want it. I want it. I'll never not want it. Pause. But that, like, dude, I feel like Shang-Chi's gonna open because, dude, Shang-Chi is gonna open up so much stuff too now. Damn. I'm here for all this karate stuff they want to be putting in, bro. I'm liking it.
True.
More hand-to-hand combat, please. Bruh, oh my god. That made me think the move that Kate Bishop did when she put the bow on the ground and used it to, like, propel her into a slide to kick the gun away. Bruh. Yeah. I was like, that was sick. That was so sick. It's like, it's little things like that that make you realize, like, wow, this really do be the next Hawkeye. Like you don't even really have to train her that much. Like she just naturally be doing this weird, crazy, like obscure shit that just like makes her different.
Yeah,
that's
just
so
naturally built different. That's what you gotta say.
It's like that, and then like when they get captured and she runs and slides, grabs the pole to trip the dude. Like All right, bro. You ain't gotta pop off like that, bro. You really don't.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld doing a good job. I'm excited for
right.
these costumes too. Oof. I need the purple.
Brennan loves his purple.
Need it, bro. I'm excited. I'm very excited because I want to know what they're gonna look like. Like, because she's already been wearing the purple suit, so I don't know if she's gonna get like, you know, she seems to want to be like. What if her costume resembles more of the flashy Hawkeye, like more comic esque, and Hawkeye's is a little more simplified. But I don't know. I want to see it. They need to just release both episodes tomorrow so I can watch them both.
They should. They really should. Just like an hour episode. Both of them.
An hour, not 2 hour, both of them.
Dang, okay, now you just asked for movies.
I need to feel like I'm watching Endgame all over again, but with specifically Hawkeye.
Hawkeye Endgame. It's like Spider-Man multiverse.
Boy, don't even get me started on how much money they're about to make off of Spider-Man, bro. Jesus.
Bro, that shit, if it doesn't surpass Endgame, I'll be shocked.
Listen, this is a conversation for another day. We need to end this podcast because I'm pretty sure we've been talking for a while already.
For like
yes,
3
we
hours
have.
at this point.
So if you've gotten this far without skipping through, we appreciate you. If you've skipped through, that's okay too.
As long as you've given us the download, bruh. Okay, I was gonna say as long as you give us the download, we really appreciate you. But I guess Brennan got different energy.
Listen, bro. If you've downloaded it, I appreciate you. No matter how much you've listened to it, I appreciate you. If you've listened to it on YouTube, I give you even more props because that's a hard feat to do.
Listen, if you done any of those things, I suck your dick right now. All right, that's all I gotta say. If you have pussy, I eat that shit.
Bro, we need more bloopers where we're actually talking about what we're talking about. But anyways, we appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. We hope you guys have enjoyed our conversation. This one was pretty, not a lot of topics, but good conversation around a couple topics. As always, we have all our links down in the description. Give Diego some subscribers. He's super close to 500. I think it'd be super cool to hit 500 before Christmas. Or hit it at Christmas. And
I would
birthday,
love to hit it before Christmas.
A little Christmas gift to Diego.
Don't know if that's happening.
Adrian's been slacking on the streams. Adrian, you suck.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of lazy.
Just for that.
How are you getting kind of lazy? Yeah, follow me instead.
Damn, y'all hating. Oh my god.
We're not hating. You just suck at your job.
We don't gotta get into that, You don't.
Yeah.
We gonna have to calm down, okay?
Anyways, don't go follow Adrian until he starts streaming consistently. That's what you get until you start streaming at least once a week for a month.
Fine,
1 month you have to stream, but at least minimum.
Okay,
so
mother.
You should strive. Listen, bro, I'm just trying to help you out with your future, bro. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening. I hope you had a good dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever you're doing. Treat this like a mukbang. We're talking to you while you eat.
Just relax, eat some popcorn, do whatever you want. All right, you can even beat your meat, flick your bean. I don't care. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Excuse me.
I'm listening now.
Just remember,
no.
Just remember, Adrian's down bad. He's ugly. Don't mind him.
What? That's crazy.
Adrian be simping over lean beef patties and freaking anyone who cosplays Maki. If you got glasses and green hair, honestly hit up Adrian because there is a 99.9% chance that this man will wipe you up instantly.
Listen. Let me simplify it like this. If you need a simp, I'm there. All right. All I ask is for love and support, and if you can give me that, we straight.
Adrian asked for a little bit more than that, but I won't comment on any of that. Anyways,
what you mean?
Do you want me to pull up some messages and tell the viewers what you say?
No, we can leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
calm down on that.
Y'all Come back and support the next one. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about, but it's gonna be fire as usual. Goodbye.
See ya.
Adios. Jesus Christ.
Why are